paradigm of absolute control. And that's why we're just out here doing simple things, pointing out that we're meant to be in nature and be natural. And this is where we find the source that God made to transcend the New World Order. And that's why they want to try to keep us out of it.
I'm angry. I've had enough of these people. They're a bunch of Christian murderers scum. They're on giant death factories keeping babies alive and selling their body parts. What more do you need to know about these people? I go out and face these scum. They literally crawl out from under rocks. They have green looking skin and they run around screaming, we love Satan, we wanna eat babies. I have them on video. Hillary's in the creepy, weird, sick stuff, man. She sleeps in the same room with that creepy, weird woman whose mother wears a hood over her head. What the hell? That woman number one is ugly. Imagine how bad she smells, man. I'm told her and Obama just stink. Obama and Hillary both smell like sulfur. Literal vampire pot and the goblins are hobbling round coming after us. My spirit gets close to that evil and I feel it go. We're such self-centered crap, we don't even notice hell itself rising up against us. Millions of pointed people of the very worst type, and I'm so pissed. We're gonna stab your daughter at the mall. We're gonna stab your wife, your son. Gonna stab you with a butcher knife, and then the police chief is gonna say, we love our Somalis, we love our Muslims, oh they're so good, oh they're so sweet.
Well, you remember about 3 weeks back. I said that I likely could potentially have a form of cancer. Turns out I got a rare blood cancer called polycythemia vera. You know me and my dark sense of humor. When my doctor told me all of this, I said, if I die of cancer, doc, instead of my morbid obesity, which I've been working so hard on for the last 30 years, I'm going to be pissed. And the other good news is, it might just give me a stroke or a heart attack, which is how I was going out anyway.
Well, Boogie lied. He lied too many times. He said he had cancer, but it was actually a lie. Said King didn't pay him. Said he was going broke. Was offered $70K to show his medical records and Boogie choked. Boogie, Boogie, why you lying to yourself? Oh, Boogie, 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 you can go to hell. Just come clean and be honest. We won't ever judge, but if you keep on lying, we'll pull the plug. You fat motherfucker, just tell the truth. Boogie, please, just tell the truth. Well, it took some poking and prying, and Boogie sure kept on lying, but eventually the truth came out flying. No thanks to Boogie's lack for trying. Keemstar called the police like a snitch complying, telling them about that bitch plans of unaliving. But that was just a manipulation. But Boogie's stating his stipulations that he'll stay alive if Keem don't talk about the sibling situation. But fuck that, this is Keem's narration for the LOLCOW nation. So write your notation in quotations of the Keem's demonstration. Oh, Boogie, Boogie, why you lying to yourself? Oh, Boogie, 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 you can go to hell. Just come clean and be honest. We won't ever judge, but if you keep on lying, we'll pull the plug. You fat motherfucker, just tell the truth. Boogie, Boogie, saber-toothed liar written on his face. Keen welcomed him back with a warm embrace. The fans got pissed off, and rightfully so. Keen unilaterally said he could come back, even though the viewers' poll said he had to go. Oh, Boogie, Boogie, why you lying to yourself? Oh, Boogie, 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 you can go to hell. Just come clean and be honest. We won't ever judge, but if you keep on lying, well, we'll pull the plug. You fat motherfucker, just tell the truth. Boogie, please, just tell the truth.
You know, because when we put this show together, I thought, you know, you crushed it.
Are you guys aware that we almost see no titties in movies anymore? And we only see dicks? Hey, anybody notice this? Yes, I love titties! Big old titties!
What's up, you plebes? How you guys doing? Welcome back to the CAMELCAST show. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm so excited to see all my beautiful people out there. God, a lot of fun. Hope you guys are doing well. I don't know if you saw, but I was on LOLCOW live today for about 2 or 3 minutes. It's pretty fun. I expect you'll hear something about that soon. It's a pretty ridiculous show that I love watching because it's so over the top ridiculous, and yeah. So, anyways, that was a lot of fun. So keep your ears peeled on that. Also, don't forget we raced in Minnesota Saturday, and I was fighting for 9th place. I was actually fighting for 10th, but I would have finished 9th because somebody had a flat tire. I wish it was on TV. It's not on TV though. But I was on the inside battling for 9th place, like battling. And I could not believe how fast our car was. It was really, man, it was so great to be in a fast car, dude. And I was on the inside for 5 laps battling this guy, and I got sideways and I slid sideways at like 100 miles an hour into the pits. So I lost like 4 laps because you had to drive around the pits. And yeah, but I still finished 11th, and we climbed to 9th in points. So it was still we recovered really well. It was pretty scary, but we had a lot of fun, dude. A lot of fun. So next up is Michigan Super Speedway, 198 miles an hour of fun. Can't wait for that one. I think it's the 16th maybe or 18th or something. So we'll be there. So I'm very, very excited. And thanks to Tim Pool for pulling up my website on his show today and promoting it. I really appreciate that. The merch sales are there just to kind of bridge the gap from losing a couple heavy hitting sponsors. Currently, I cannot make the rest of the year, but I'm trying to figure something out. So we'll financially anyway. But I got a plan in place. I got a pretty interesting plan in place. But yeah, make sure if you got a company or something, hit me up, make some shit happen. But dude, I'm excited for Michigan. God, I'm excited. It's gonna be so good. So good. Mountain Dew Rollins says, can I have whatever grass you smoked in that intro? It's like a libs fever nightmare. I saw it on EVS's show and I liked it a lot. Thank you, Mountain Dew. I appreciate you. Billy Hatcher says, lots of coffee shits happening this week. Intel is getting a class action lawsuit due to the CPUs going bad and MrBeast is screwed. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. Somebody sent me a new video of MrBeast. So we're gonna check that out. Also, Snafu, I love you. Also, MrBeast, his new video has like 30% dislikes, which is about what it should be. But there are people out there, for whatever reason, claiming the dislikes are fake. And if you actually look at analytics, he has almost none. And I'm like, how is that? That's not mathematically possible for him to have almost no dislikes from a video that has like 12 million views with overwhelming evidence that illegal activity is happening. And this is completely ignoring the Chris Tyson thing. So, like, we're going to get into that. It's going to be awesome. We're going to watch that video. And we're also up against the 334th naked snake in a row. We hit it at the racetrack, which was very unexpected. That was just that was an attempt to get the streak killed. I was like, hell yeah, let's say it counts, and then we still hit it. And I'm like, God, it just keeps, we just can't miss it. It's just going to continue forever. So thank you guys for that. It's been really, really cool. Really, really cool. Thank you, Texas Red. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, Steph came in with the W. The W. What's up, Flynn? How you doing? So we're gonna get into all that nonsense and of course everything else. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. Very, very excited to talk to you guys today. It's gonna be a little bit more chillax today. I'm not gonna be as crazy, okay? Because I am worn the hell out. I'm worn slap out. Okay. It's like that one time when I was off for 2 weeks or 3 weeks because I was in between jobs and I was on Tinder and I was hanging out with like a different girl every other day and then sometimes 2 girls, and they were making me drink because, you know, they were like 21, 22. So they're like, drink whiskey, drink until I was like dying. And they just would wreck me and then make me drink. So I was drunk for like 7 days and I did not leave my house for 7 days. And I was just in bed, like just dead. That's what I feel like right now because I have not had an off weekend from racing in a while. So very excited to get that off weekend this weekend. Hanging out. I saw my spotter John. I miss you, John. Feel like we didn't get enough time together Saturday. By the way, John, there's a really good picture of me and you. The photographer got. It was really good. Oh my God, I miss these Paul Blunt. No, tennis story? Yeah, no, I I told a little secret about Boogie on LOLCOW Live. It was funny. Rabbit in the hole. You gonna make Toledo? Well, I feel like the race I was gonna go again. Yeah. We should, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna make everything happen. I'm gonna do everything I can. Boys. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. So thank you guys for that. Appreciate you. Rabbit in the hole. Is it on your post? I saw you tag team. No, it is not. I can send it directly to you though. Where you at? I'll find you. I'll send it to you right now, John. Hold on. Just to make sure I got it all covered here. Where are you? Yeah, we just look like badasses, bro. We look like we're discussing strategy. All right, cool. A Boogie claimed he didn't make the dustpan joke. Of course, well, yeah, of course he did. Of course he claimed he didn't make the dustpan joke. Would you claim to have made the dustpan joke? Also, what else? Shit, oh God, it was in my head. Now it's gone. Oh, Boogie's tattoo, man. I totally didn't even mention that when I was on LOLCOW Live. Boogie's tattoo is so fake. Bro, come on. You shitting me? Dude, look at my tattoos. Look how vibrant my tattoos are. You see how vibrant these are? You see how bright and colorful these are, right? These are like almost 10 years old. When I first got them, they look like a painting on my arm with like high contrast. And this is 10 years. Boogie's looks like a permanent marker that he wiped his face twice with already, and it's almost gone. I saw that shit and laughed. I was like, oh my God, you're fucking with me. You're fucking with me. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus. I actually know that was the only one. That was the only thing I thought that was real when Boogie got that tattoo. I was like, you know what? Oh my God, I think that's actually real because to be completely fair, it's kind of cool. Liar. It's kind of cool. Like, if you're a liar, you're never going to work in retail. Like, Boogie's never going to work in retail. So, liar. Like, that's kind of cool if you're never going to work in a place, you know, whatever. Fuck it. But no, couldn't even freaking pull through. Damn it, Boogie. Boogie lied. They lied too many times. Boogie, 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 you should fuck yourself. You fat motherfucker. Yeah, Carrie. I fell for it. I just need to stop falling for it, but I just can't stop falling for it. Damn. All right, boys. We have 400 people watching. Make sure you like the show. Thank you guys so much for all your love, your support. Don't forget, every $100 super chat goes on my race cars. It's a small way that you can sponsor me without actually having to, pay 10 times the amount to sponsor me. So thank you guys for that. We're gonna pull up this video about MrBeast. We're gonna talk about it. Very, very interesting. Then we're gonna talk about the race, and then we're gonna talk about LOLCOW. We're gonna talk about a lot of stuff tonight. We're gonna kind of relax, guys. We're gonna kind of relax tonight because I'm really worn out, guys, and I just I put out like 20 videos last month. I think that beat my record by like 5. And then I was racing full time, and we had our best finish ever. They said it on TV. They're like, Cody Denson has his best finish last week. Amazing. I was like, yeah, woo! I'm famous. I'm on the TV. I did it, boys. I did it. All right. So we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about MrBeast, and we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna relax, man. So you're telling me the liar face tattoo was a lie? Can you believe it, Josh? I can't believe it. What's up, Rage 8 dude? I cannot believe this. You slipped that right nicely, Scaly. Yeah, dude, it was wild. It was wild. We should have done better. I was running really good. That actually, to be fair, that race last Saturday, yesterday, 2 days ago, was the best I feel like we've ever had a car, with the exception of Charlotte. I don't know, like in practice, we were all right, and then we fixed the middle of the corner, rolling in the middle of the corner, and my car was probably the best car, with the exception of maybe William Sawalage and maybe the Rev guys, at rolling through the middle of the corner. I was catching air. I almost passed Sean Hingarani. I was like going on his inside, and then caution came out. I was like, I can't believe this car is this good. It's crazy, So Amanda Jules, first live stream, happy to be here. Thank you, baby. Memphis, what's up? I'm almost close to there, kind of. Like 2 hours from Memphis. All right, let's watch this video. Thank you guys so much for all your support, your love. Thank you. Hash head. Big keys, little hug, little keys, big keys. Big slap on the pacer. Thank you. Keys. Big hug, little keys. Ben Rainey brought an intermediate car for Henry Ronnie. Well, that makes a lot of sense. He still beat old Balkan's asshole. Old Balkan. Oh, poor, but that now, granted, I don't know what Balkan was in because they've tore up a lot of cars in the last couple weeks. So they probably, I don't know if they had a up to scuff car for Balkan. Mountain Dew, shake a boot. Thank you. I appreciate you, Mountain Dew. Thank you so much for all your love, my friend. All the super chats tonight. I appreciate you guys. I'm not like those other channels. I read every damn one of them. Some channels only read 20s or 50s. I don't understand that. So, not granted, I would be reading like 3 a stream, but you get what I'm saying. My hubby said, "Stop chasing a girl around." Gigi, Gigi, what the hell are you saying, Gigi, right now? You saying something to me? I'll fight you. Amber's just unlucky, Carrie. Look, Carrie. I think Amber's cool as fuck. And I've seen her do some crazy shit. Like, she's fast as hell. The last 2 weeks, though, Salem, she kind of got bumped, right? She kind of got bumped, but I still don't think she should have lost it at Salem. Now, at Elko, she spun out. Like, she just spun out. I don't know. No, she's fast. She's better than me by a mile. I'm just saying, I'm just saying. Okay. It's not always luck, shit. When I spun into the pits, that wasn't luck. That was me losing it, bro. Shaking back. Oh, it's Rob. Rob? What? Rob says, "See ya in Michigan, boy. See ya in Michigan." The first red boy is on the car for Michigan, my boy Rube. Rube. Yeah. Let me open the file. Robbie Rob. Oh, Ruby Rube. All right, Rob, you're on there, baby. You're on there. Beep, 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 beep. Mason, are you already on there? No, Oliozo, Rob. I got you on there, baby. I spelled it so wrong. Holy hell. Holy. Got you. All right, buddy. You're on there, dude. Thank you so much, man. No, don't save as. Just save you, bitch. All right. Holy Ozone. The first red boy of the night. And now we're a fourth of the way to Naked Snake. Thank you, by the way, Wolverine Snake. Welcome back, baby. With 5 gifted memberships. Woo! Yeah, by the way, yes, I saw Tim Pool shout me out on Timcast. I appreciate that. He's a real good dude, man. He doesn't need to do anything for me. He's already done everything. Literally. I'm not cutting it. I'm not selling it short when I say he has done everything. Because without him, I would not have done any. I would have never raced past Talladega. So thanks to him. I'm just thankful he even thinks about me. So to be fair, so thank you. Appreciate that. I hope I can keep him for next year. It'd be a lot of fun to have the version 2 or version 3 Timcast car. See what we can do with it. Oh, by the way, my website is changed. It is the same store, but it's now just CAMELCAST.com. There you go. Enjoy. Add that to the link tree. All right. Now, thank you, Rob. I love you. Wolverine Snake, I love you. 5 good memberships. Billy, you a bitch. A rabbit in the hole says that was a crazy ending to a race with lightning. It was, dude. It was raining so hard. A lot of you none of you saw that, right? None of you saw it. No, Jenny. No, they all do, Jenny. They all do. I have a direct PayPal link now, by the way. Rabbit in the hole, love you. Appreciate you. K to the Swiss. Thank you, man. So yes, real quick. It was raining so hard at the end of the race. My entire windshield looked like it was pouring down rain. And he was like, my spotter was like, one to green here, 1 lap to green. And I'm like, what do you mean 1 lap to green? What do you mean? It's like raining. I was like, oh, we're going to die. And the car's stuck. So I've never been in the position before, ever. I've never been in that position at all. And it started raining. And I was like, well, let's see what happens. And I floored it and the car stuck. And I was like, okay. All right. Okay. I did not enjoy it, but after we were able to outrun Amber, and it was fun. It was fun. She got out of her car and she looked wore out. She looked slap wore out, and I was too. I get it. Dantastic with 5 gifted memberships. Thank you, baby. I love you, baby. Kato Swiss, I love you. Dantastic, I love you. Thank you guys so much. Dantastic coming in strong. MrBeast is a total scammer in that. Yeah, I agree. Anyways, so yeah. What the fuck does this heart button do? Shit, I don't know. Also, I think I have to bring it up. For some reason, I put a direct dono on my website, like right when you open it, and it's just not there. And I think it takes like 24 hours to load certain things, but it changes other stuff instantaneously. So I will just put it on the link tree for Mick Stellar. Sorry, I burped. I apologize, guys. I didn't mean to, but it happened. Open a new tab. There it be. All right, Mick. There you go. I even made it look really cool and pretty. So for some reason you're a billionaire and you want to PayPal me like $100,000 so I can race. There you go. Yeah. Oh yeah. I think I used all my luck up throughout my life for something like that to happen already. I've been far too lucky. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Dan. What is that? 200? Did Dan do it twice? Oh my God, Dan, you crazy boy! Look at you, Dan. Well, if I get to, let's give him some cheers. Yeah, somebody text my boy Elon Musk. All right, let's get into the MrBeast drama, guys. I appreciate you guys so much. We're closing in on halfway to Naked Snake. Rob, I appreciate you. We're orange, gold, and a pink away from a rainbow night. So, real quick, I do plan on streaming Resident Evil playthroughs and other horror games, and other games in general on my other channel. So don't forget that. But something might be changing very shortly where I will not be doing that because I'll have to do different streams on a different channel. So not gonna say anything yet, but probably a thing. Josh, thank you, baby. Josh becomes a member. Thank you, dude. All right, here we go. Let's talk about the MrBeast. MrBeast. What's the other channel name? Camelot Live. Thanks, Dantastic, for those memberships. All right, boys, here we go. Ooh, let us have some fun with the Beast. The Beast. So MrBeast has been exposed recently by Dogpack404 on YouTube, which he then sent a cease and desist to. He sent a cease and desist to Dogpack. Why? So he can look guilty as hell. Why? I don't know. I don't know why he'd do such a thing, but he did it. Instead of just ignoring it or acknowledging the things that were said in the video, sent it to cease and desist. Very unfortunate. Kind of looks a little guilty. Now, some would argue, does he have any other choice? Kind of freaky. That being said, MrBeast releases a new video and it gets downvoted into oblivion. Not like the game or the Tom Cruise movie. I mean the bad stuff. The bad stuff. Now, there are some out there that are claiming the dislikes are fake. Why? Not really sure. If you're a YouTuber yourself and you know how trends work and you know how things can affect a video negatively, you can kind of do the math. 5 to 10% very passionate detractors that have viewed a recent video of 10 to 12 million views would likely result in 1 to 1.5 million dislikes on one of your new videos. And MrBeast's new video has exactly that amount. It tracks with the math. Some people are saying he only has 20,000 dislikes, which, to be fair, I can't imagine a scenario where MrBeast's new video has 0 negative backlash from that giant detractor video. One of the biggest detractor videos of all time, I think, actually, is Dogpacks. And it's only been out for a week or something. And you're telling me his new video has 0 negative effect from it? And I mean 0 negative effect from it. In actuality, it looks like he has less dislikes than most of his videos. That makes no sense. That is statistically improbable, almost statistically impossible. But we're going to get into it, and we're going to cover all of it today. Donna says, I'm sure things will work out. I'm looking forward to walking the Glen. Great pics on Facebook. Having a blast on the scrapbook. Once will be a hack. I'm going to be back at it. Thank you, baby. Yeah, thank you, by the way, Donna Egbert, for always supporting your boy. Thank you for your gold, boy. When I say that I'm like, it's going to get really spicy at the end of the year for racing. Yeah. Yeah, like when I get to the last 4 races of the year, it's going to get really, really, really close. Like really close. Like I'm trying to not think about it, man. I'm gonna be honest. I'm just trying not to think about it. So I've been reaching out to companies. I've been sending out emails for sponsorships. All I need is like 1 or 2, like 3 solid bumper sponsorships, and I'm covered. I'm good. It's just fuck. It's hard, you know. So yeah, Steve, dude, it is statistically almost impossible. Think about it this way. If a privately owned business, I shouldn't say that, like a mom and pop shop, like an indie business, not a corporate business, like a normal ass mom and pop, like, you know, community business. If they kicked somebody out of their store and were really racist to them, like a black guy, like get your black guys out, they kick him out of a store, you know, and say racist shit, and it was on a video camera, what would happen? It would be on Twitter, and on Twitter, it would only get 1 million views. On Twitter, it would only get probably 1 million views. What would happen? If you went to Google reviews, that private business would have like 30,000 negative reviews in like 10 minutes. You're telling me that a video that got 12 million views doesn't result in a 100th of that? That doesn't make any sense to me. That's statistic. It's almost, I want to say statistically impossible, but obviously anomalies exist. So you can't quite say impossible, but it's statistically improbable easily. So that being said, let's start the show. So let's jump right into it. This new video right here, very spicy stuff. Let's check it out.
MrBeast just destroyed his credibility if this is true, because it looks really bad. And it's safe to say a lot has happened since I recorded my last video going over Dodpack or Dawson's video on MrBeast, including my own video was copyright claimed and blocked worldwide. Why? I don't know. It's surprising, as I was really giving the MrBeast team the benefit of the doubt in my video. But since I recorded that video, Dogpack allegedly received 2 cease and desists and a whole bunch of texts from various people in the
Yeah, so he has received 2 cease and desist now. 2.
MrBeast team plotting against him. And as many of you guys are aware, I despise wealthy people trying to shut down criticism with legal battles, as I've dealt with that personally here on this channel. I was honestly hoping they would come out with an actual response to the illegal lotteries by now, since one of the team members, Chucky, already responded, but not to the most serious allegation of that video, the illegal lotteries, especially when so much of his audience are kids. My last video, I called that a serious mistake, because at the end of the day, I have no idea if MrBeast was aware of this practice is illegal or not when he was doing these. But
I know he does. I know he does. So I know that MrBeast knew what he was doing was illegal. I am convinced completely. Why am I convinced completely of this? Because when I was giving away PlayStation 5s, I specifically was going to do one PlayStation 5 giveaway for members only on my channel. So somebody somewhere said, hey, I don't think you can do that in the chat. And I was like, okay, cool. Well, let me Google it just in case. So I Googled it, and immediately you cannot do a giveaway or a raffle or anything like that online on YouTube, which requires purchase. So I never did it. And that was my first, I looked it up immediately. It was my first thing I ever did. And you're telling me MrBeast, who is not a dumb man, he's obviously like a billionaire, he's not dumb, never heard that once from anyone? You're fucking kidding me. He heard it and he was like, yeah. It's a gray area, because technically an established lottery, they haven't included modern things to be applied under the law. Right? You know how they like to argue certain constitutional amendments do not apply to modern tech, modern weapons, modern speech, social media, because, oh, well, technically it does. That's the gray area. Well, technically, it's not an established lottery. It's actually a lottery if it's actually happening on a YouTube. People are making their own choices by yeah, no. It's one of those gray areas, but it is guaranteed illegal. Because all that has to happen is MrBeast sues Dogpack for defamation, and it hits discovery. And then what's going to happen then? I can't imagine the court's not going to be like, what the fuck? But he could then just pay the judge $1 million and no one would care. That's kind of how our justice system works, unfortunately. Oh, Mike Hoot says, until recently, I thought smashing pissers meant drinking copious amounts of alcohol. No, it does not, unfortunately. I wish it did. You can do both. Drink copious amounts of alcohol and then get sweaty. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. Yeah. All right, here we go. Ace Trainer says the same thing happened to Review Tech a couple of years ago. He's giving away consoles on a stream, but had to stop for the same reason. He found out and stopped doing giveaways. Yeah, I stopped doing giveaways because people are psycho. And also it's expensive. I spent $13,000 on PlayStation 5s. And I had 20% of the time, this is why I stopped, and also because it was expensive. But 20% of the time, the person that would get the PlayStation 5 would either A, say they never got it, or B, try to extort me for money. Like 30% of the time. And I was like, fuck this, I'm done. It happened 2 times in a row, I think, at one point. And I was like, yeah, I'm done. I'm never doing this again. Never doing this again. Like, you want a free thing and you're trying to extort me. I'm done forever. Fuck that. Yeah. Like, because you thought you were like doing something good and having fun. And it turns out like it didn't matter. You know, people will get a thing and there'll be like an act of kindness where they got a cool thing and they still they'll try to ruin you over it. And I'm like, fuck this. You know, I didn't know, man. This was back when I was a bushy-tailed, bright-eyed young man, and I thought people were generally okay. I didn't realize the majority of people were like bad, like kind of bad people, you know? So, signed delivery confirmation. Oh yeah, I had everything set up, and they would just do it. They would. This one guy, no shit. This one guy won the PlayStation 5. He won a PlayStation 5. I sent him the PlayStation 5. He claimed he never got it. And I was like, I know you got it. And he was like, no, I didn't go. So I was like, you know what? I don't care. I'll just send him the retail price. Because it was the first time this happened, by the way. It was like the 5th PlayStation 5 I gave away. And I was like, I'll just send him $500 PayPal because like, fuck it. My show was doing really well at the time. And on the off chance that something actually happened, I don't want him to be screwed over. So this was dumb by me. By the way, this was dumb on my part. I agree. So I sent him a PayPal of $500. Then he claimed that that wasn't enough because he was in Canada or something, or vice versa. I don't remember. Or because it was more expensive in Canada. Maybe I don't remember. And I was like, okay. So I paid him another $60 or something. And then, no shit. He like a week later released a video claiming that I was a scam artist. And he never got his PlayStation 5. And it was after I'd already PayPal'd him and everything. He released a video saying that. I could not believe it. I was blown away. So I was like, well, beep. So I kept giving him away and I just like blocked him or something. I kept giving him away. And then it happened like 3 more times. Not to that degree. It happened like 3 more times, and I just fucking stopped doing it. I was like, fuck this. This is awful. So, yeah. It was a weird situation. Yep. Did you get insurance on those shipments? Yeah. All right. Let's continue. Sorry, guys. I got sidetracked with talking about stuff. Thank you again, Mike Hunt. Donna, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And we are almost halfway to Nega Snake. Thanks for Rob, a pink and an orange from a rainbow knot on this beautiful ass Monday. Thank you guys for hanging out. I love you. Can you send me $500, Isaac Desmo? I have $3 right now. I actually have negative 480, but that's fine. That's what if only you knew. All right. Here we go. Where are we at? Play.
Either way, it's a complete disaster that one of the largest YouTube channels at the time was running illegal lotteries with a large kid audience. Essentially, he was caught red-handed committing a crime. And you guys made a great point in my comments in my last video. If Logan Paul was the one doing this, I wouldn't be holding back like I did in my last video. Because while MrBeast has helped tons of people with his philanthropy, that doesn't excuse scummy business practices. I don't think he's done one of these illegal lotteries since late 2021, but I'm thinking, worst case, he knew what he was doing and was hoping since it was a live stream, he wouldn't get caught. Another situation could be that he finally grew to a certain size to where someone within his team finally said, wait a minute, this is illegal. And then I guess the last option is he found out that this was illegal from Dawson's call out video, which could explain why the Facebook VOD of the stream was deleted only after Dawson's video. But honestly, who knows what happened? So my original guess was they just wanted all this to pass without becoming too big of a thing. But as you know, with YouTubers and cease and desists, they normally end up having massive Streisand effects. And this continued to propel Dogpack's video to 8 million views and beyond as of recording this video. And it's getting to a point where MrBeast kind of has to address this, but he might have been legally advised not to because clearly he has a legal team retained. He did actually address the Chris Tyson stuff, but not this as of this recording.
The funny thing is when he adjusted Chris Tyson stuff, he waited until public sentiment was irreversible, right? So now look, I'm not going to beat around the bush and try to like lie. MrBeast's entire existence is now a business, right? Now, I will say, and I don't have the perspective. I don't understand how you can have 300 million subs, over $1 billion in cash, and give a flying fuck about what people say anymore. I don't know how anybody does it. If I was the biggest YouTuber on the planet and I had $1 billion in my savings account, I would go live and call you guys bitches in the chat and like dance in a thong for 30 seconds and then get off YouTube and go fucking vacation in like a foreign country and take a private jet and sit on yachts. And I'd invite like Carrie for one yacht ride. And like I'd randomly just get people in the chat to come hang out on my yacht. And I would not care about anything. But it's like, oh, it's all about this whole like, we got to protect the business. Like, bro, you're already a gajillionaire. You're already a gajillion. Who gives a fuck what happens? It's so strange. Who cares? Who gives a fuck about any of this? You know? It's so now with PayPal available. Yeah, so I don't get it. I don't get why MrBeast doesn't just come out and be like, bug all you. But that's the thing is, MrBeast waited until public sentiment was absolutely abhorrent against Chris Tyson. That was the only point where he decided, all right, I'll say it's disgusting now, right? That's what MrBeast said. He's like, okay, now I'll say it's disgusting because everybody kind of agrees. MrBeast was waiting patiently to see if he could leave it alone or not. And it got too fucked. So now this is getting too big. In my opinion, this is way bigger than the Chris Tyson stuff. Way bigger than the Chris Tyson stuff. But he hasn't addressed it. And why? Because the Chris Tyson stuff is not illegal on MrBeast's end. It may have some kind of weird legality issue when it comes to Chris Tyson, but not MrBeast. MrBeast can be like, gross, I hate you, bye. And that's the end of that, right? But on the opposite end of the spectrum, if MrBeast was performing dozens, if not hundreds of illegal lotteries on his channel, he already done it. It's already over. It's done, which means the legality is still there. And I do think he should have never addressed the dog pack thing. Here's what I would have done. Nothing. Cease and desist. That was look, I'm not a lawyer and I'm not going to pretend and claim I'm a smart man. I'm not. I was born in a trailer park. I didn't graduate high school and I never went to college. I'm not going to pretend that I know what's best here legally, but from my perspective, I would have said nothing. A cease and desist only makes you look more guilty. And also the fact that dude's going to release a part 2 and it's going to be even bigger now. Like, I don't know. The Streisand effect is too big here. Why would you do this? You know? But to be fair, you know what's kind of some solace? You know how I take solace in this situation? Okay? You know the solace that I take? Here's my solace. If I was MrBeast, if my empire came crumbling down and the feds were sniffing, my happy ass would be gone. I would be in rural Japan, living in a rural Japanese mansion, not caring about nothing. And my name would be Mr. Miyagi now. It would not be MrBeast. It would not be Jimmy, whatever the hell. I'd be done. And you could be smashing the pissers with the hottest Asian bitch forever. You wouldn't have to do nothing again. So like, I can't do that. Like if the feds came after me, I'd be like, fuck. Oh! I'm gonna need to get out of the country. It's like somebody please PayPal me like $600. How much does it cost? I gotta get it. You know what I'm saying? So like there's some solace in that. He can't really be that butthurt. But then again, I do think a large portion of his existence is egotistical. Like he's just got a huge ego. I mean, look, I'm not gonna pretend that he doesn't. You're the biggest YouTuber on earth. You've been famous ever since you were a teenager. Yeah, you're probably the most egotistical person that has ever existed. You kind of have to be successful in this field. You know what I'm saying? Especially at a young age, man.
So here's Dawson's first cease and desist.
So MrBeast's legal team did send me a cease and desist, and here's my official response to that.
Okay, so he will not cease nor desist. And it cuts to an edit that I think the legal team I had would have told me is an absolute nightmare. So if this does go to court, it can get real ugly quick. But as we know, lawsuits are public, so that will reveal a lot, especially if it gets to discovery. That in particular is what I think is going to get really interesting with the Logan Paul and CoffeeZilla case. But Dawson also received a second cease and desist. New one, double it and give it to the next person. Right, okay, so here it says cease and desist, final warning. There's no way they put the emoji there. Dear Mr. Dogpack404, this new firm whose white-collar criminal defense practice is second to none, according to their website, has recently been retained by MrBeast YouTube LLC, MrBeast, or the company and its founder, Jeremy Donaldson, regarding the unsettling news that you've embarked on a campaign to disparage MrBeast as a company and defame Jimmy Donaldson as an individual. Not only are your statements about MrBeast and Jimmy Donaldson untrue, they also violate the clear binding enforcement terms of your confidentiality and non-disclosure agreement with MrBeast.
Man, look, again, I'm not a smart man, but I think if you require your team to sign a very, very, very tight and strict NDA about your business practices, kind of feels like there might be something fucked up going on. Look, I understand that they're probably necessary when it comes to business like secrets, like certain strategies that you employ to maybe help operating profit or for marketing or for PR or for anything like that. You know, I understand the need for an NDA, but it seems like all these companies keep getting exposed, and it's usually YouTubers companies, right? Like content creator companies. You have all these things going on, and you have this strict ass NDA, right? I don't know. It just seems like if you have something to hide, maybe you wouldn't. I'm not doing anal. Yeah. And for example, like me and Tim Pool have a partnership. We have a contract where we have a contract together. There was no NDA involved at all. Like he's just like, hey, let's do this shit. You know what I'm saying? And we have a contract and everything. So like, if maybe there was something really shady going on, maybe he'd sign an NDA. He didn't. Right. So that's all I'm saying. I understand that there's definitely a use for them, but it seems like in a bunch of these YouTuber cases, they're literally there just to hide shit, you know?
Beast dated March 25th, 2024, the NDA agreement, which you have shown in the videos posted to the internet. It goes into a little bit more detail here. Then he also adds that his number apparently has been leaked in this thread. Also, my number has been leaked apparently from a MrBeast employee named Kaylee. I've been getting text from a former MrBeast employee. Text I received last night claims that James wants to have private investigators start following me and looking into my family's social media accounts for ways to discredit me. Apparently, the best narrative they have as of right now is I'm a crazy drug-addicted MrBeast superfan that got fired for trying to steal company funds.
Yeah, so that narrative is definitely going to be employed. Why? Because that's the first thing a lawyer is going to do. So I don't know if you've ever followed like true crime or trials or anything. The first thing that a lawyer that is trying to disparage somebody else, the first thing they do is they'll imply they're an alcoholic, they're a drug addict, they have mental instabilities, and they're a thief. So that's definitely what's going to happen here. They're going to make this dog pack guide. They're going to cover all the bases. That's 101, right? You're a drug addict, you're a thief, you're disgruntled, you have mental instabilities. We're perfect. You are flawed in every single way. Therefore, you cannot be telling the truth at all. Donna says you should put your PayPal in the link tree. Make Stellar probably already has. Oof. It's below the YouTube channel as March Racing Fund. Maybe I should have named it. You just say direct PayPal. Caros! Government clearance NDAs are less wacky and complex. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Because, well, the NDA that you would be used to is probably more standard and different. When it's an NDA for a YouTuber, it's going to be like, you can't talk about how I bang underage girls. You know what I'm saying? And then people that sign them working for the YouTubers are generally kind of like laid back content creators themselves that don't really care. So they're going to sign whatever, and then they're going to be scared to talk about it because, oh, I can't talk about that because I have signed an NDA. And they're not really aware that an NDA doesn't protect criminal acts. But here's the kicker. MrBeast is one of the richest people on the planet. Therefore, if you try to say anything and the NDA is the thing that's being flexed here, MrBeast can bury you under litigation and get it postponed for years while you have a lawyer or a legal team on retainer costing hundreds of thousands of dollars per year that you do not have. That's the difference. That's why corporate companies like Nintendo, for example, can just squash people. They can squash people under their ginormous toes, boys, because they got endless amounts of money. So if somebody names their baby Mario, then Nintendo's going to kill them. Will they win the suit? I don't know. Maybe not, but they can get it pushed back 2 years and you have to be on a retainer. So you just die. You just concede. That's kind of how this works. So YouTubers like to hide behind these NDAs because they can just bury you under litigation. It's a threat. All of this is to threaten you. To threaten you, right? Thank you, Karis. I love you. Karos. Richard said, Cody chose Japan because PP would be average. Slightly below average, actually. But I'd still be doing good. Be doing better than I am now. All right, here we go.
If this text is true, I will say, MrBeast, if you want to resort to personal attacks, I'm happy to reciprocate. Or, you know, just address the evidence. And then here he shows some text that says, dude, has anyone at MrBeast contacted you about the posts you're making? I've been reading the NDA over to see what I can and can't post because I'd like to move on with my life and try having some type of social media presence, not planning on ever mentioning I worked at Beast, but if I got out, or if someone some way accidentally mentioned it, I wanted to make sure I was going to get sued to all hell. I guess not get sued. Also, if you're going to post my message for proof you worked at Beast, I don't care. Just don't show my number. You can save it how you want. Also, I got your number from Kaylee. I don't have access to anything Beast like Slack or anything. Obviously, I'm not a Beast employee. I'm a former employee. Someone else I know told me they texted you on Reddit talking about Kaylee and Leroy. I'm not that person, and I won't mention any current or former Beast employees because of NDA. And then you have like this like interesting text. Justin, I'm texting you anonymously to let you know that I heard James will hire an investigator to start following you and looking into every detail of your life. He wants them to reach out to your former employees, find all your social media accounts, your family's social media accounts, videos of you, anything.
I don't doubt this is true. You want to know why I don't doubt this is true? And I'm going to go back to the egotistical nature of YouTubers that get very, very large, probably too large, too fast, at too young of an age, right? All of this is likely true. We don't know for sure, but it's likely true because MrBeast probably considers himself a god. That's probably safe to assume. MrBeast probably considers himself an actual god. That's probably why all of his content is based around just giving people money. Kiss the ring, take my money, kiss the ring, right? I'm doing all this philanthropy. Make sure the camera's on and we have the footage, kiss the ring. People think because you're doing good stuff, oh, I'm doing good stuff, that you cannot do any wrong and your mindset is perfect. That's not the truth. A lot of people that do a lot of philanthropy are messed up fucking people. Like Bill Gates, for example. Bill Gates likes to sit on stage and be all melted looking and talk about all the good he's going to do and he's going to save the planet, right? But then you actually read into his plans and his plans are nightmarish, dystopian nightmare shit, right? Oh, we need to kill 85% of people. We need to cut their heads off and disembowel them. Like, people think, oh, he's building wells in Africa. He's good. No, you can do a good act as long as the cameras are on, mind you, and still be a terrible person. Why? Because the affirmation and the attention from this philanthropy that you do while the camera is on makes your balls hard and pulsating. You get off on it, right? You get off on people thinking you're a moral god. Kiss the ring. I've always got this kind of vibe from every MrBeast thing from the last like 5-6 years. When I would kind of scroll past the video on Twitter or go to a MrBeast video because it's sitting here. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I see all these things and I see all the things that's going on. And I'm like, all this feels like almost like creepy sympathy porn. Like all of it feels gross. I don't know why. It just feels gross. And I've said this before on stream, like 2 years ago or 1 year ago. I'm like, I don't know. MrBeast content is kind of weird. Kind of creeps me out a little bit. But at least he's doing some good. But I get a weird vibe from all this. Like if your entire existence is nail a trick shot or tell your mom or send your mom a nude and then you get $100,000. It all feels kind of fucked. Like his newest video is like survive a week in a bunker, get $500,000. And who gives up? Who cares? It's like this weird money, like moral, I'm a good person porn thing that's turning into a game show. Like how long before MrBeast is in Africa saying, if you can do a backflip, you get a bucket of water for your village. Like it all feels gross to me. I don't know why. Okay. It's hard to explain. Blue Katoo. Way back when at PetSmart, we all had to sign NDA and NCC, even if you were part-time in a lot of lawsuits in the early 2000s. Well, that's like Walmart. Walmart will quite literally not pay you sometimes. And they actually have like $100 million fund to pay for that yearly because they have a class action lawsuit every single year. Every company does. Every company will have a class action lawsuit every year to pay for things like, and they have a budget for it because they know that their companies are going to fuck over people. Right? Like they know that the managers at Walmart are encouraging employees to work off the clock because they're over budget. And of course they do. They have a budget for it. You think that they're not prepared for this? No, of course they are. That's why they have an HR team. The HR team is not for humans, resources for people. Okay? It's not for that at all. It was never like that. It is to see the risk versus reward for a company, for a customer or a worker's grievance to see if they can avoid lawsuits. And the best way to avoid a lawsuit 95% of the time is to fire the employee immediately to get them out of the system so they're no longer on salary or hourly. So now they're in the disgruntled category and have no recourse. That's what HR is for. You ever notice that every time somebody goes to HR about an issue, they get fired almost immediately? Almost like 95% of the time. Right? It's because that's the whole point. My boss slapped my ass from going to HR. Wow, why did I get fired? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Why did I get fired? Oh, well, it's because if you didn't get fired immediately, you could have filed a lawsuit while still employed, which makes everything way worse. Way worse. Anyways, let us continue. Oh, hold on. My name is Jaeger with P250. What the hell is a P250? Even the bunker video looks and feels fake. It's like watching horrible corn acting, but without all the X-rated stuff. Bet MrBeast regrets getting the 2 contestants for the vid. It's so damn obvious. Look, I'm gonna be right. I'm gonna be with you. I'm gonna level with you real quick. My name is Jaeger. Is that pesos? No, it's not pesos. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you for your goal, boy, my friend. Closing in on halfway to neck a steak for the 334th time in a row. Yeah. So I grew up in the time of reality TV becoming hyper popularized when I was in my teen years, in my late teens. When I was in my late teens, Duck Dynasty and Pawn Stars and American Pickers and Honey Boo Boo and all these shows started flooding cable television. Cable television. And everybody loved them. So I remember turning on, I don't remember what it was. I think it was Duck Dynasty. And Pawn Stars as well, but Duck Dynasty was the first one I saw. And it was so hard to watch because the guys aren't actors. That's like the most important part about it. They're not actors. And dude, like this dude the main guy gets a motorcycle delivered to the shop. And he's like excited because he's got it back or something. And he sits on it and he's like revving it or whatever. And like all of the other beard guys are standing there watching like him rev the motor. And they're like, Willie, I don't know his name, but he was like, Willie, you can't even ride a motorcycle. And then it pans over to him and he's like, can too, brum, brum. And he's like revving it. And I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? This is worse acting than porn. Not even joking. I was like, holy hell, who watches this shit? And I find out it's like one of the most watched shows on TV. And I'm like, what the fuck? So, Pawn Stars is a great example too. Like the old dad, like the old guy, the old dad. Holy shit! Every time he'd talk, I couldn't even believe it. I was like, I can't believe this is real. How is this real? So you kind of just understood that reality TV was completely fake bullshit. You know, so I understood it, and we're having a resurgence of fake reality bullshit, but it's happening on YouTube, and it's involving these giant creators. And who is now watching it? Children, the same people that were watching it before, up until their teen years, right? It's the same exact demographic, the exact same shit. But it's on YouTube and it involves popular creators. It's the same exact thing. But these popular creators are almost always professionals in content creation. Therefore, they're a little bit better at acting. So they're doing a little bit better. But yeah, of course all MrBeast's shit is fake as hell. Of course it is. Of course it is. He's working with millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars of a budget. You can't afford a margin of error that exists on a budget like that. Everything has to go as planned and right. You can't waste $100 million on a shoot because, oh, wow, this is weird. The guy that we didn't want to win won the money. Oops. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't waste all that money. You've already spent the budget for the shoot. Everything has to be as planned. Always. Always. But little kids think it's real. And who gives a shit if it's fake? That's my point. Who cares? Like, it's the lottery shit that's bad. Jenny! With an orange boy! Thank you, Jenny. I love you. I appreciate you. Here is an orange. Ooh. Thank you so much, Jenny. I love you. I appreciate you. It's real to me. Damn it. Jenny coming in with the orange boy. I appreciate you, Jenny, so much. Ooh, let me put your name on the card because I know you PayPal me a monster amount of money earlier for no reason. I really appreciate that. You're a good person. You're a good person I do not deserve at all. Thank you so much. You were the first person that hit my PayPal up when I set that thing up. Thank you, Jenny. I love you. Appreciate you. Billy says Mythbusters was way better than most. Those guys had experience in acting. Jamie and the other guy, they had experience in acting. They both have been on movie and TV show sets their entire lives. Like, they had experience in acting. So, of course, Mythbusters was way better. And also, Mythbusters had some actual cool stuff going on. Like, the experiments were completely real. The skits in between the experiments were obviously fake as fuck. Where they're, like, arguing about a thing. Yeah, obviously, that was fake. But the experiments were real. So, that was cool. Thank you, Billy. I appreciate you. At any rate, let's jump back into the video.
They already have a Google Doc listing possible ways to discredit you, including you're on drugs and have mental health problems, your mom is bipolar, you were an obsessed superfan, you were crying, begging for your job back after they fired you, you tried to steal company funds, etc. I don't know what's true and what's not, but personally, I really think you should take everything down ASAP. If you take it down, they'll leave you alone. They respond to you're trolling what? And then here he kind of shows this video of suddenly they're saying this phone number is no longer in service. Stop. What? Stop. This is creepy. Leave. Okay. That is definitely a very weird response. If that is actually from the MrBeast team, that is wild, but it could also be someone trolling. Who knows? Here he goes a little bit more into depth. On the drug abuse accusations, to be clear, because someone can't tell when I'm joking, I have never been a drug user. Weed makes me anxious. I've tried microdosing shrooms for depression, anxiety for a week over 3 months ago. Honestly, the taste made me feel sick, so I stopped. Wouldn't recommend anyone to use illicit drugs, but I consider myself an advocate for psychedelic research. Don't really care to filter everything I say through lawyers and PR people. Sometimes I say dumb, but my video was well researched. I'd obviously rather MrBeast just focus on disproving the evidence than trying to publicly destroy my character with base.
I agree with that. Like, you're going to have to disprove the lottery accusations. The only thing anyone cares about is the lottery accusations. That's it. That's the only thing anybody cares about is the lottery accusations. Bar none. Bar none.
This drug use and mental health accusations, but it appears that's the only option they have. Also, I literally smoked 500 cigarettes before writing this. And someone goes, what about stealing company funds? Probably this. I asked for the gas reimbursements I was promised and was denied because it wasn't an approved business expense. It was. And I should have just taken a plane. I've heard multiple stories from former MrBeast employees not getting proper reimbursements. Anyway, after I sent a business expense request for an Apple Vision Pro, which I was told the company wanted to get everyone. This is when they were new and didn't seem like garbage. I sent the request to the wrong person, even though it was the person HR told me to send it to, but it never got purchased. Even if I had it, would have been owned by the company. So I really didn't see any legit narrative that I tried to steal company funds, as if I was some embezzling mastermind and not just a dude with $100 limit on his company card. Okay. But speaking of the cease and desist, Caleb Broomfield actually interviewed Dogpack, and it allowed us to get some more insight on him and his head during the situation. So here Caleb asked Dawson how he was feeling about the cease and desists.
How do you feel about that? Do you feel nervous, or do you feel
No. I
excited?
feel confident.
You feel
Not excited, but
little nervous, a little bit. You got to feel a little. I would be shitting myself if I were you.
no, I'm not myself.
Well, you're
Because it's 100% expected. It's 100% expected.
right. I mean,
Yeah.
to be honest, it's cool to be nervous and not scared though, because you are coming from the perspective of this is what you believe is truth, and you're doing this out of good faith. Like, it doesn't the whole disgruntled employee thing. That's sort of that was my initial response as well. It's like, because we've seen so many of these types of things happen.
I have to admit, that's my original thoughts were as well, but I would absolutely be worried
That was my original thoughts until it got about halfway through his video. And then I was like, oh, shit. You know what I'm saying?
about this lawsuit. As sure, you could be confident that you're going to win, but I wouldn't wish the mental and financial stress of a lawsuit on anyone, because that will really take a toll on you. And Caleb also asked Dawson if he thinks Jimmy himself is actually at fault here.
If you were to be as fair as you possibly could and even play devil's advocate, what would you say percentage-wise? You know, what's MrBeast's fault? What is not?
Yeah, no, I actually play with this idea and speculate a lot. Like, okay, if Jimmy was fully innocent, how could he get into this position? And it'd be like, you know, you hire people who do bad things, and then they use those bad things as blackmail cards against you. So maybe somebody pressured him really hard into selling fake signatures. And now that they know that he sold fake signatures, it's harder to fire them in case they go to Time Magazine. Concept called blackmail inflation. So I don't know. Anything could be possible. MrBeast could be completely innocent. I've seen some behaviors and
the only reason I would agree that MrBeast may be innocent is because I think he's kind of aloof. He kind of floats through shit, right? A lot of people getting injured in a lot of his skits is probably because of lack of awareness. That's not to say he's not smart. I think he's aloof. I think you can be smart and also be kind of laid back and aloof and not really paying attention. You know what I'm saying? Ride the guy. Remember the show Alaskan Bush People? Very staged, but honestly kind of entertaining. I do not remember that show. I remember the ice road truckers. And I remember the deadliest catch. I remember it would come on, this is the deadliest job in the world. And it would show the guys pulling up a net and there's crabs and shit. And there's fucking waves and they're like, ah! And then Billy goes flying, Billy! And he flies off the ship and it's playing scary music. Deadliest catch. These men are catching crabs in the most deadly way possible. You may not survive these crabs. New episodes Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. The crabs are coming. Thank you, Raga. Appreciate you. Andrew Van Halen. My family and I used to watch Duck Dynasty all the time. Still follow the Robertson family to this day. Really good people. I was always sad the dad got in trouble. Crab people. I was always sad the dad got in trouble because he said something like he was religious. I actually don't remember what he said. I think he said he did not support the gay community. I do not remember though. It's been so long now, but I remember he was old. And I'm gonna be honest. Look, I don't agree. I don't agree with the thought process. Thank you, Andrew. But it's so crazy to me that people expect 80, like 70, 80, 90-year-old people to like totally be okay like with stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, you may disagree with them, but they were brought up in a way different time. Time has marched on. That's all I'm saying. Like, I can't believe people are so shocked when an 85-year-old's like, I don't like the gays. And I'm like, they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, he's 85. They used to beat the hell out of gay people like 30 years ago when he was 50. Like, you know what I'm saying? People are so shocked. I can't believe that elderly man doesn't like the gays. Like, you kidding me? You can't believe it? Wow. Can't believe it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't agree with them. I don't agree with the old people that think this way, but they're old as hell. Most old people can't use cell phones or computers. Why? Because they're old. You think they can change their social acceptance like ticker, but they can't learn a computer or a phone? Don't be silly. I'm just saying, don't be surprised. You know what I'm saying? It's always so weird to me. Did you know my 90-year-old grandma said the N-word? Yeah, she's 90. Of course she did. Okay. She's 90. Like, what do you mean? When she was like 40, like they did not like them. Richard says, you guys see MrBeast sponsored by Monster Hunter? You can't write this stuff. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. By the way, somebody said in chat, why is Ava Chris Tyson not arrested? Probably lack of evidence. Look, I'm gonna be completely straightforward. Like, it's very hard, especially so Chris Tyson's a public figure. Chris Tyson also belongs to a group of people where you can't fuck up. Like, you can't mess up an investigation, right? If you make the wrong accusation and end up not being like telling the truth, you have an army of people that will destroy you. So you have to be very, very sure. You have to have an overwhelming amount of evidence. They'll destroy a random ass dude in Indiana all day over some accusations, some allegations, some legal allegations. They'll go and try to destroy your life. They don't care. There's not going to be an army of social media people trying to kill you over it. But like Chris Tyson, you get one thing wrong, and there's an entire sect of Twitter that will find out where you work, where you live, and try to kill you. Right? So like, you got to be, it's just that. It's just how it works. To be real. Incoherent Turd says, congratulations on breaking the top 10 in points. You're beating Sawallich and Zillage. Keep it up. Incoherent Turd, thank you, man. I love you, man. I appreciate you. We're almost halfway to Negative. Dude, we're so close to halfway to Negative Snake. So close. What's up, Rosa? How you doing, baby? I saw your feet the other day. No, it was your hands. Ah, yes, it was your hands. They were so dainty and pale. It was adorable. So they probably smelled really old. Like they smelled like Cheetos and unwashed shit. I don't know why. I don't know why I feel that way, Rosa. I feel like you're a little scummy. I don't know why. It's not. I'm not being mean. It's endearing. It's endearing, Rosa, to be a little scummy. Mr. Zero Tech, I just got fired recently. What the hell happened, dude? Welcome back. What'd you do, man? What the heck? Yeah, no, look. Okay, look, Rosa, I'm gonna be completely straightforward with you. Every time I've ever hung out with like a little kind of awkward, weird girl that like liked anime and furry shit, like they were always so dirty. Like they were they had like the bottoms of their feet were like brown and they were just dirty little. They had spaghetti sauce in their face. I don't know why. Don't know why. I'm just going from experience. You probably aren't like that. You're probably not like that. I'm just saying that most of those little girls that are kind of cutesy and like watch anime and are lame. That's pretty funny. It's pretty funny, I'll be honest. Let me finish this video and I want to show you a picture of Rosa. Hold on. Let's finish this video and then I want to show Rosa something. Don't you leave, Rosa.
And things that make me think that, he's not, like what I told you privately in DMs and everything. But yeah, so I don't know, 50-50. Let's call it 50-50.
If you want to watch Caleb's full interview, I'll be linking it in the description down below. But going back to my old video, it's been blocked worldwide. And the company that did it is Spotter. I've actually been offered a deal by Spotter before. So what a great way to treat a potential client. I know I already said no, but this is definitely not going to change my mind. But this is definitely a weird claim because Spotter, they're a company that buys back catalogs of YouTubers. As YouTubers, they made videos years ago, they're still getting views and thus still making some money. So a company like Spotter, they'll pull up and be like, hey, can I buy portions of your back catalog or all of your videos from, let's say, 2022 and older? And I guess that's what they've done with MrBeast, as you can see on their website. The weird thing is, I would expect them to just claim the revenue from my video, not block it worldwide, because, they're in the business of making money. So why are they not trying to make money off of my video? Instead, they're literally censoring my video. And in my video, I have...
Well, it's because the money to be made by MrBeast is way more. Look. It's pretty apparent that MrBeast has YouTube in his pocket. Look, guys, it's not hard to imagine that if MrBeast leaves YouTube, they're going to lose an actual sizable chunk of change on their P&L or their quarterly report. That shit's going to change. He's bringing in so much money that it's unfathomable. One of his videos, guys. One of his videos. Okay, just one. Brings in over $400,000 in ad revenue. An underperforming MrBeast video brings in around $400,000 in ad revenue. 400,000. Know what I'm saying? Which is crazy to me how these guys don't exist and like start race teams and shit. Bro, if I was one of these guys, I would be like, all right, I did my thing. I made all this money. I'm going to go start a Formula One team and a NASCAR team. Like, but they just keep making videos where they throw bananas and shit. I just don't get I don't get it. I don't get it. I'd still stream, but I wouldn't even, my streams wouldn't even be monetized at that point. Like at all. I'd turn off all that shit. I'd be giving you guys super chats. All right, Rosa, here, check this out. This is to absolve myself of calling you scummy. Okay? This is an apology. This is my apology to you, Rosa, for calling you a little scummy little rascal. This is a cool picture that was taken last weekend at the racetrack. Where is it? Why is it not popping up? What? What's happening? Well, we need to move it over here or something? It's just not happening. Okay, let's try again. 1, 2, 3. Did it do it? What? What's happening? Why will it not pull up? This is insane. This is just totally outrageous. Let's try this instead. Let us do this. I'll just pull it up in Paint. Fuck it. We'll just do it in Paint. There it is. All right, cool. All right, Rosa. Look at it. Look at it. There you go. Enjoy. I have completely absolved myself. There you go. You feel better now? There you go. That is permanently on my helmet. Every NASCAR race that I race in, you ride along with me. Dirty or not. All right, there we go. All right, anyways, so thank you. Here we go. Let's continue, boys. Let's move on from here. All right. Somebody sent me something. We are almost halfway to Naked Snake, by the way. The first Red Boy and only Red Boy Day is Holy Ozone. We're one pink boy away from a rainbow night. And also, don't forget to check out my website. Well, that's my PayPal. Hold on. That's not my where's my website? What happened? I'll just type it in CAMELCAST. There it is. It's literally just CAMELCAST.com. There you go. CAMELCAST.com. There's my website. Enjoy. Go give it some love. Bookmark it. It's gonna change, by the way. That website's gonna change slightly. It's gonna change a little bit. That was an emergency situation where I had to like make it immediately over the course of 10 minutes. It's gonna become a whole different like big thing, and I'm gonna keep working on it. So, all right, here we go. All right, let's continue, boys. Cody is the real deal. Somebody said, when are you going to hear back from LOLCOW? I don't know, man. I was going on LOLCOW Live because I thought it would be fun to go on there and say some bullshit. I didn't know how long it would be. Boogie messaged me. Boogie messaged me. I got 7th, Mr. Zero Tech. Boogie messaged me and Wings messaged me and said they wanted me to come on the show. And I was like, okay. I guess I'll do that. And then I came on, and then that's what happened. That was the show. And I was like, oh shit, this is what we're doing. We're just doing some bullshit. Yeah, it was fun though. It was fun. Fire PA says OnlyFans to sponsor Alpine. Z is Bob's fundraise cars. Yeah, dude. Hell yeah, dude. Oh my god. All right. So yeah, the MrBeast thing is getting wild as hell. It's getting very, very wild. And Dogpack is releasing another video in 48 hours. Going to be spicy as hell. So that's going to be a really, really fun watch. I've never cared about MrBeast other than the passing kind of be like, oh, this is weird. The passing kind of thinking the content's a little strange, but understanding why it's appealing to children. But this video is going to be interesting because the first video was crazy. It's fucking crazy, man. But of course, yeah, people acting like they didn't know that MrBeast's videos were staged is very silly to me. Like, of course they are. Of course they are. There's a lot of money that goes into this stuff. Of course they're staged. They have to be. So anyways, Rekieta with 50 on Rumble says, sup, you gay bitch. Also, did you see the Google was ruled a monopoly? No, I did not. Send me a link. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Gatsby says I sponsored a NASCAR truck and an Indy car. Finished 14th 10 years ago. An Indy car? It was a money pit. Oh yeah, you're picking the expensive series, man. Indy car? Holy shit! How much did that cost? Out of curiosity, I bet that was crazy. Because I offer really, really cheap options. My only concern is to survive, right? My only concern in racing is to completely survive. And like be able to pay my bills and race. A lot of organizations they use sponsorship to make ungodly amounts of profit. So, what's up, DK Cripple? How you doing, dude? Legend Z the Gamer says it's weird Penguin Zero hasn't talked about MrBeast. Well, conveniently enough, Penguin Zero claims he won't be talking about drama anymore. Perfect timing, right? So now he doesn't have to talk about MrBeast. Yeah, that's how that works. So hey, it's all good. It's all good. I'm not surprised at all. But let's talk about MrBeast's likes and dislikes. So there was a lot of weird drama going on Twitter where people were defending MrBeast. And sure, like everybody has a right to defend or whatever. That's fine. I don't have any ill will there. But people were claiming that, hold on, let me do MrBeast dislikes. People were claiming his dislikes were completely fake. Completely fake. Right? And people are using the fact that the dislikes that you see on YouTube are reported by the actual extension that is used on Chrome. Therefore, it can overinflate dislikes a bit, but not by 1 billion%. That's just insane. Yes, maybe by 10% or 5% or 3% or 1%, not by quite literally. It's like 80,000% or something is how much it's supposed to be inflating it by. And that's just not possible. That's not possible. So let's pull that up, because at first, if you look at it, this was a couple days ago. It's actually much higher now, but you got to kind of get the idea. So the dislikes were like 40%, right? And keep in mind, MrBeast's videos are always number one on trending because YouTube just puts them on number one trending, right? Like all the executives of YouTube probably call like MrBeast and act nervous when they call him, right? MrBeast, like an executive on, like the CEO of YouTube probably calls MrBeast and they're like choking up and they're scared to talk. Like that's how much power this dude has within the organization. But there you see he has about 40% dislikes, which is to be expected because look at the dislike ratio, 1.1 million. Dogpack's video has about 12 million views, 11 million views, right? So if you just do the math there, if 5% to 10% disgruntled, angry, passionate haters, which is about the percentage you can expect to hang around, goes to this video, just 5% of them, you're looking at 700,000 dislikes. Now let's get 250 or 300,000 just normal dislikes per the correct ratio or something to that nature. Or maybe people that heard about it. And you're right there. It's a very believable number. Very, very believable number. But people are claiming it was like 20,000, right? And it's because people, for whatever reason, are hoping and praying to get that MrBeast love. Now, look, I'm not going to act ignorant here. If MrBeast retweets you, quote tweets you, anything, and you're supporting him, bro, you just won the lottery on social media, which is probably why a lot of these people are kind of clinging to it because it's like their chance, right? Especially smaller either YouTubers or smaller accounts on Twitter. They're going to be doing it because that one hit could just change their life. Granted, what they don't realize is it doesn't really change anything after 3 days. No one gives a fuck. But that's what they're wanting, and there's some creators doing it too. And but anyways, here we go. So that you can see the dislikes right there, 1.1 million. Keep in mind this is what is represented based on this extension, which is likely pretty accurate. It's probably not 100% accurate, but pretty accurate. But it's not going to be 99.999% off. You know? So that's important, right? Piano Man says Keemstar saw 40% dislike ratio on MrBeast videos and discovered the extension overstated the dislikes by 30%. They would still be at like 200,000 dislikes. But the video I saw, it was like 20,000 or something. Here, I can pull it up here in a second. Wow, that's like, what is this, for ants? Oh my God, are you kidding me? All right, hold on. That's people deleting comments. How do I go back? Let me find it. Where's it at? Okay, here we go. So this is, can you guys see this? Oh yeah, I thought I'd close it out. This is what it's claiming that's accurate. This is what's claiming that the actual dislikes are. Now, maybe the extension isn't entirely accurate. Okay, I can give you that. I can give you maybe it's off by like a couple percentage, maybe 10% max. But you're telling me, are you seriously telling me? And I'm not shitting on you, Piano Man. I'm saying generally to anybody that would believe this. Are you really gonna sit there and tell me that his new video, after the biggest controversy of his entire career times a billion, actually got less dislikes than his average video? You fucking brain dead. You brain dead. You are smooth brained if you believe this shit. If Dogpack's video got 1 million views, it would be more. We're claiming that the dislikes are actually less than average on his channel. No, there. Come on, fuck off. That's insane. Come on. What? Like, what did all these people that have been passionately glued to the screen through all this drama just suddenly died? That's insane, bro. God. Let me go back up. Someone, Gatsby says it was $50K to official booth jerky when we did Las Vegas Speedway for more. Herbst got involved and I ended up getting hostile. Took over out of my own company. Herbst? Like Riley Herbst? Wait. One of the Herbst. That's not Herbst. I don't know. 50K. Shit. God. That would be like 3 races for me, man. Like full ass wraps and everything. All right. Anyways. So yeah. Do they think it's bots? No. They think it's fake. They don't think it's bots at all. They think this number right here, 37,000, is the correct number as of 2 days ago. And the current number is just a fake number generated by the extension on Chrome for whatever reason. Look, like I said, I can give you maybe the extension is off, but it's not this much off. You're claiming that his channel average is actually lower than the video? That's insane. Insane. Oh my God. Anyways. Benjamin Harrison says, I found that he on 8-bit Eric. Found he was talking about MrBeast a year ago. Why does the internet wait to tell things? Well, because a lot of people will talk about stuff, but they don't have freedom of reach, right? So I've talked about tons of things before. And the only reason my channel grew was because I was the only one talking about it. So like I would talk about GameStop and Walmart and current lawsuits and employees. And I was the only person on earth talking about it. And that's why my channel grew so much. But unless like Moist Critical or Mudahar or one of those creators talks about something like this, YouTube will never, ever mention this shit. Ever. So that's the whole point. It's the freedom of reach thing. For example, and this is an example I'll give you. If Moist Critical, Penguin, Charlie got banned on Twitter because he like quote tweeted something and it was out of context and he got banned for it, he would be unbanned in an hour. Right? Because people would they would tweet and be like, unban Penguin now. And like 1 billion people would tweet it. I got banned over a year ago for quote tweeting an article and not breaking TOS. And it was literally a joke. I quote tweeted an article and said a joke that everybody else was saying about the same article. But they had millions of followers. I didn't. And I'm still banned. I'm still permanently banned on Twitter. It's been over a year. Even the quartering quote tweeted me and reached out to Elon Musk, and they don't give a fuck because no one gives a fuck about people that don't either A, bring in revenue, or B, can bring them negative PR. That's how that works. Right. So, yeah, that's a good point, Art. So if you look at the actual API on my videos, everything you look at is accurate. The extension's accurate. The video is accurate. YouTube Studio is accurate. But people are trying to say that the 1 million, what is it now? The 1.6 million dislikes on MrBeast's new video are all fake. That's insane. That's completely insane. It's obviously accurate. Now, will it continue to be this way? I don't know. Shit. Probably not. Children don't usually care. Like MrBeast could quite literally stomp a bunch of puppies and little kids will continue to watch him. That is what is so beneficial about having that demographic. Little kids don't give a fuck. Little kids are not morally driven. Like they're just children. They'll just do whatever, right? It's not until they get into their teenage years so they start seeing stuff. You ever like look back on something you thought was really funny when you were 12 and you're like, damn, I was stupid. The fuck was wrong with me? You know what I'm saying? Like it's the same type of deal. It's why people like Onision like faded into obscurity. It's because his demographic was those emo kids that were turning scene, 11, 12, 13-year-old kids. His content was abhorrently terrible. It was never good. It was the worst shit that's ever existed. Right? It was awful. And then what happened to Onision? He's gone. He's just fucking gone. Because everybody grew out of it. They were like, God, why did I like this at all? This is gross. You know what I'm saying? So that's the whole point. Now, MrBeast has a much higher budget, much higher like studio value, production value. So he can likely retain for a long time. Plus, he has unlimited money. He can do whatever he wants. He can start a fucking sport. Doesn't matter. Right? So he had obtained it. But the issue is no, children are not going to stop watching him. Right? Even with the legality issue, I would like to see it go to trial and like to see discovery to see what would happen with this. But I honestly don't think he would ever be able to fail. MrBeast is richer than like all politicians. All it takes is signing a check to get out of trouble when you're that big. People don't realize this. A lot of people do. Shit, I shouldn't be saying that, but a lot of people don't realize this. When you have that much money, you can literally influence the world. Why do you think that when a parent is worth $100 million, their children never get in trouble? Like their children can literally do the most heinous shit and they always get like probation or community service. Remember when Paris Hilton got like 38 speeding tickets and DUIs and they finally revoked her driver's license? Dude, if I got one DUI, I'd lose my driver's license. Right? But she got like 30 and she got like 80 tickets. And then she finally got sentenced to 6 months in prison and she spent 3 days in prison. Suddenly, the judge had a change of heart. Yeah, because the money cleared the bank. These people are not us. They are not in the same, they're not in the same realm of existence. They don't live in the same reality. Like Rosa says, laws are for poor people. They're not for rich people. There's a reason why laws have fines attached to them a lot of the time. Why? Because people that are struggling are less likely to pay those fines. Right? That's how this works. That's why a guy that gets accused of sexual assault that grew up freaking in the projects is likely going to serve time. And a college kid that's dad runs Zaxby's, is the CEO of Zaxby's. Yeah, he's not even getting, all he has to do is apologize. You know what I'm saying? It's the difference. And yes, MrBeast is more wealthy than all these people combined. Right? So Nathan Pop says, if he's that influential, why hasn't anybody I know seen any of his content? I live in California. Are you 11 years old? And are your friends 11 years old? If no to either of those, that's why. Right? I apologize for sexually assaulting you. I'm so sorry. Yeah, exactly. I mean, the kid that his dad was the CEO of Zaxby's drove racers. Yes, and then he died. And then he got shot in the face with a shotgun. Damn. What was it? John West Townsley? Damn, that was crazy, man. Blue Katoo says Jimothy Breesley is sponsored by huge brands, Circle, Coke, and doesn't have to claim his own candy brand in his videos as promo since he owns it. Yeah, dude. Blue, you right there. You right there, Blue. You right there, Blue. Equal justice under the law on my ass. Yeah, dude. Yeah. If there was equal justice under the law, every politician would be in jail right now. Across the board, all of them. All of them will be in jail. Do you think the FTC will get involved? No. I am 100% convinced that MrBeast will just sign a check and no one will ever care about this. Freedom, money buys freedom. Money doesn't buy happiness. Money buys freedom. And the more money, the more freedom you get. MrBeast could kill like 7 hookers and he would never see time. No one would ever know, to be honest. They have fixers. That's a job title for influencers and wealthy people, celebrities and politicians. They're called fixers. There's a reason why tons of people disappear. Like young women will disappear all over the U.S. You never hear about it again. It's because an NBA star snapped her neck, and a fixer got rid of it and paid off all the police. There was a faulty police report made. And that was the end of it. No one ever talked about it again. Unfortunately, that's just how this goes, man. That's how this goes. But yeah, the dislikes are disconcerting. It's gonna be very interesting to see how this plays out. I don't think it'll be very alarming, to be honest. I don't think this is going to change anything for MrBeast unless it goes to trial and there's discovery, which then it might affect him. But to be fair, probably what he would do in that situation is claim he knew nothing about any of the things. They'll probably have some fodder, some cannon fodder in there to take the heat for everything, I'd imagine. So, yeah. Damn, Art. Damn. Whew. I tell you what. Racing Sly says 2 to 3 million dislikes or nothing. Well, they are when they're like 45%. When you have 45% dislikes on a video that has 100 million views, that's one of the most disliked videos in history. It's a big deal. It's a very big deal. Considering when your average is 99% likes. It's definitely a big deal. Will it change anything? Probably not. But it gets people notice, right? If it didn't change anything and it wasn't a big deal, people on Twitter right now would not be trying to gaslight people into thinking it's fake, right? If that dislike percentage was not a big deal, there wouldn't be people all over Twitter trying to shill and say it's fake for some reason. Oh, bro, that's fake. When everyone can see it, we can all see it. It's one of those 1984 things, disregard the evidence of your own eyes and believe whatever bullshit I'm saying, right? Kind of like that. That's what I mean. You know what I'm saying? Are you kidding me? Did you send me an article that's behind a paywall, Rakin, that I can't even read? You kidding me? Let me see if I can just sign in with Googly. Yeah. Okay. I think I did it. Racing Sly, I don't know why you're like arguing with me in the chat about MrBeast stuff. It is not that deep, my friend. It's not that deep. But I'll pull up the percentage if you want to check it out. We'll find out what it is exactly. $1 a week. Oh, for just $1 a week. How about you eat my ass for $1 a week? All right, where is it at? God, I have so many things pulled up. YouTube. Let's see. MrBeast. Survive 100 days longer and make fall. All right. So it's at like 3.8 million likes, almost 2 million dislikes. It's right there. It's closing in on 2 million dislikes. So it's like 34%, maybe. I don't know. Like something like that. It's like 34%. It's a lot of dislikes. It's the most disliked MrBeast video of all times like 10 times over. What's up, Fear? Now, how you doing? Beast and Boogie got taken down. Nah, well, Boogie's just dumbass. MrBeast is scamming. Now, Boogie scammed a little, but what is the bigger scam? $10,000 or like billions? You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what we're talking about. But we expect it from MrBeast. We don't really expect it from Boog. Or sorry, opposite. We expect it from Boog. We don't really expect it from MrBeast. But anyways, let's. I want to read this article that's talking about Google is a monopoly. Judge rules in landmark antitrust case. Oh my god! Hey, make sure you guys like the stream. By the way, I appreciate all the support today. We are halfway to Naked Snake, a little bit over halfway. One pink boy from a rainbow knot. We got one red boy that's on the car for Michigan, and it's Holy Ozone, who is coming to Michigan, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Jenny, appreciate you. The orange girl is Jenny today, the orange queen. All right, here we go. All right, let's read this shit. Google's, I mean, Google is a monopoly. It's kind of a stinky situation. It's like you want private businesses to kind of be able to be private businesses, but when they get so large and so influential, what do you do? Because like to continue believing that simple principle with zero nuance, you kind of have to let it get dangerous, right? Like, and that's kind of scary. Like, should there be nuance? You know? Michigan Arca is scary, do Chronic. It's full throttle, which is cool. I like full throttle shit. So I like full throttle. It's fun. All right, here we go. It says Google acted illegally to maintain a monopoly in online search. A federal judge ruled on Monday. Oh my God. Corn Dogger says you need Timcast app. I can't afford a Timcast app. No. A landmark decision that strikes the power of the tech giants in the modern internet era. I'm surprised that this judge hasn't been disappeared. I'm gonna be honest. Judge Amit P. Mehta of U.S. District Court for District of Columbia said in a 277-page ruling that Google had abused the monopoly over the search engines. The Justice Department states had sued Google, accusing it of illegally cementing its dominance in part by paying other companies like Apple and Samsung billions of dollars to have Google automatically handle search queries on their smartphones and web browsers. That's obvious. The ruling is a harsh verdict on the rise of giant technology companies that have used their roots of their internet to influence the way we shop, consume information, and search online. And it indicates a potential limit of big tech's power. It is likely to influence other government antitrust laws against Google, Apple, Amazon, and Meta, the owner of Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. The last significant antitrust ruling against a tech company was Microsoft 2 decades ago. Look, I got to be honest. Probably 10 years ago, I would say that we shouldn't be getting involved with tech companies. We shouldn't be getting involved with private business, right? That being said, now it's gotten kind of to a dangerous point to where my thought process is starting to adjust. And I think a lot of people probably should adjust to the scope. And what I'm saying is, Google is like influencing all elections now. Google influences all purchases. Google influences everything. For example, regardless of if you're left, right, center, or whatever, Google in the last 3 weeks or 2 weeks completely has censored like any funding, any articles about Donald Trump, and only pushes articles about Kamala Harris being, the leader of change and a great candidate, blah, blah, blah. And that's just completely influencing election. Like, for example, there was no link to donate to Trump for like 3 days at one point. They just took that shit off, right? And that's kind of having a little too much power. Everybody uses Google, right? I use Google. We all use Google. It's pretty much synonymous with information now. So that being said, maybe it's time to look at it in a different way, which is what this judge did right here. I don't think they should be allowed to influence shit. Ash Jeeves, Helena? What the fuck? Was it 2001, Helena? Ash Jeeves. What the hell's Jeeves gonna tell me? Nothing. Rudy Toot, what's up? Hey, Ibrin Designs. Ooh. 40% of our views in the last 12 months on socials and website directly correlate to your mentions of us on social media. Anyone out there is on the fence about committing to sponsoring you, they need to jump on board now. Well, thank you, Ibrin Designs. I love you. And thank you for having such a cool logo, because it looked slick as hell on my car last week. And there's going to be a lot more. We're going to keep pushing. We're going to keep pushing the companies that stay really supportive, because, I know I only said I'd do it like once or whatever, but I'm going to do it. I try to do it like at least a couple times a week, but sometimes I'm Sometimes I'm just out of it, you know. Like today, I'm out of it, man. I'm just worn out. Make sure you guys like the stream though. We're 200 away from the goal. So thank you so much. I appreciate you. Cody says, are people too stupid that they can't find a campaign website to make donations without Googling it? Yeah. So here, I'll give you a little insider secrets. Thank you, Abram. We love you. Here's some insider secrets for you guys. Obviously, donations are extremely important when you're a content creator, right? Depending on the size and scope. That being said, the percentage of donations that decrease when you add an extra button and an offsite click, it goes down by like 97%. I am not actually joking. That's the issue. Adding one step and one off-site button or step turns off 97% of consumers. So yes, if they Google Trump donation and it's not the first 3 results, they won't look for it. That's almost everyone, with the exception of like a couple percentage of people, right? For example, I've probably gotten 25 PayPal donations in my career on YouTube, and this is just an example. I'm not being like PayPal me. I'm saying I've gotten like 25 ever on YouTube in like 5 years. I've gotten over 50,000 super chats. Do the math. You know what I'm saying? I have a PayPal link. I've always had a PayPal link. It gets posted every 10 minutes in the chat. I've had 25 or 30 PayPal donations and almost 50,000 super chats. That's the difference. So yeah, like that's a big difference, right? And that is actually the thought process that YouTube used to add super chats. They looked at the offsite like traffic and they were like, let's make it not offsite. Let's make it completely in the chat. And it completely changed everything. YouTubers that had 5,000 subs were able to do it as a job. It made it to where you didn't have to be one of the biggest YouTubers in the world to actually survive on YouTube. Right? I had 30,000 subs and I started doing YouTube full time because obviously I got fired. You know what I'm saying? But that's what happened. So that's the issue. So yeah, obviously YouTube does that. So why has Discord and Twitch not been banned off YouTube? What the hell you mean? What do you mean? So why isn't Google downsized with that logic? Makes sense. I'm confused as to the question. I'm still confused. I tried to find more context and only got more confused. Sounds like PayPal sucks balls. It's not that they suck balls. I mean, they probably do to some degree, but like, it's a people thing, right? So, like offsite click problems. Well, that doesn't hurt YouTube, right? Like offsite clicking doesn't hurt YouTube. It's actually the reason they brought in super chats and memberships was because they wanted to stop off-site things. They thought it would bring in more revenue, which it did. It brought in like billions of dollars. Whereas, like, for example, like I can post like a new shirt in chat and I'll sell like 1 shirt or 2 shirts per show. And I could spam it in chat because it requires an off-site click. And that's the biggest deal. You know, that's just how it be sometimes. That's how it be sometimes. So, but yeah, it's all good. Everything is psychology. Every single thing that you look at is psychology. There is a board team and a team of people that use psychology to try to increase operating profit everywhere. That's just how it works. It's how it'll always be. It's how it'll always be. So I was on LOLCOW Live earlier, doing what I found out was an audition to host the show, and it was fun. It was like a 2 or 3 minute thing. It was funny. So and I had fun. I just jumped on there and called Boogie fat, or I don't remember what I said. I said I saw him in real life and he was supposed to be on a diet and he got hot wings and pizza. I didn't say pizza. He was fucking. What is it with fat dudes and putting 2 pizza slices on top of each other and then folding them? What is that about? Why do fat people do that? One slice is awesome. Like you can get a 1 fat slice of pizza, fold it and bite it, and it's great. Why do fat dudes take 2 slices and put them on top of each other and then fold those? Why? Why you gotta eat 2 at once? I don't understand. Like, I don't feel like it changes anything, right? Like, what are you doing? Are you like afraid you're gonna get too full too fast? So you want to like double up? You know what I'm saying? How far are we from naked snake? Wiggles. Like 210. It's where they keep their genetics. Oh my god, that's such a great meme. That like that lady opening her fridge, the fat lady, and there's just like thousands of Cokes and like drinks, and she's like, "This is where I keep my genetics, bro." It counts as 1 piece. Oh no, you fat as hell, aren't you, villain? Silent villain, you fat as hell, aren't you? How could you? How could you? Damn. I love you, Rosa. I'm trying to stick to her sleep schedule. Have a great rest of the night. That's newbie shit. That's rookie stuff. Trying to sleep. You're trying to keep to a sleep schedule of your significant other. That's rookie stuff, bro. You just do whatever. You do whatever, man. Do whatever. Fuck them. Don't worry about them. Make them conform to your schedule, not the other way around. You are in control. Think like a man, Rosa. Think like a man. Wait, where is that? Rat racer with it. Can't you say? Wait. Can I say what? But if you go through the pizza twice as fast, you can only taste half of the time. Was the dose Panjo Creole? Yes. Ballard, what's up, dude? That's what I'm saying, Krabby Patty. The faster you eat, the faster your brain cuts it off. Billy Hatcher says we need a pink boy for the snake, bro. It's been pretty impressive. We've I think it's been like 6 streams in a row. 6 streams in a row where we've almost lost the snake goal. It's been it's been pulling strings. It's been close, boys. We've been closing in the snake goal. The suspense. All right. God damn it, incoherent turn. All right. You said Alyssa Clips has the video of me on LOLCOW Live. Hold on, let's check it out, dude. Let's check it out, boys. LOLCOW Live. That's funny. And I'm proud to be an American where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the man who died, gave that earth to me, and I gladly stand it next to you. Alyssa Clips, where's it at? Why does YouTube look different? What'd they do? Oh, okay, never mind. I found it. Alyssa Clippies. Oh, it's all kinds of people on here. Vito's was lame. Vito's was so lame. When I saw Vito was gonna like go on there for a second on LOLCOW Live, I was like, oh, this is gonna be spicy. This is gonna be spicy. Nope, wasn't. He's just lame. Like Vito, you could have done like Vito is supposed to be a comedian. He could have done something funny. He just goes on there and is dumbass and then gets all. They're like, you're a pedo, and he's like, what do you mean I'm a pedo? And then he just leaves. I'm like, what the fuck? You could have did a bit or something. Like, nah, just gonna say, what do you mean I'm a pedo? And then just get kicked off. I'm like, okay. Come on. That's what I did. Like, dude, I went on there literally to just fuck around. I don't care if I get to be host or not. Like, I like the show. I watch the show all the time. And I like Boogie. You know, even though he's kind of pile of shit, I still think he's a funny pile of shit, even though he's terrible. I guess his antics that he does makes the funny factor. And Wings is just Wings. And you know, I think Keemstar's I kind of like Keemstar a lot because he's a really good antagonist as far as entertainers, you know. And I was like, yeah, I'll go on and fuck around for a minute, you know, twiddle your tibbies, twibbles, and yeah, that's what I did. I had fun, but Vito was just like lame. I was like, when I saw him like was popping up, I was like, "Ooh, this is gonna be fun." And then he's just like, "Hey, Keemstar, fuck you, and your girlfriend's like 25 and you're like 40. And I'm like, what the fuck? Make fun of Boogie's girlfriend. She's way younger and he's older. What the fuck? God, it's gay. All right, here we go. Oh, by the way, Raceland Slot. Raceland Slot says, can you at least tease me with music? There you go. Thank you, Raceland Slot. Appreciate you, buddy. Why he cares if his girlfriend is 35, he likes cute. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Who cares? Who cares? Thank you, Raceland Sly. I appreciate you so much for your love and support. The pink boy to change all pink boys. Closing in on that neck of snake for the 334th stream in a row. I really thank you. I thank you so much. You are the man. The man. How far? 157? I can't do the math. I think it's like 157. Thank you, Raceland Sly. Gabriel not. Thank you, Raceland Sly. I love you, baby. I appreciate that so much, dude. A true OG. True OG. All right. Here's my clip of me being on the LOLCOW live. Beep 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 beep. I love how people like the only thing about Alyssa Eclipse's channel, I think she does a fantastic job. Like her work ethic's wild that she gets all this shit all the time. And I think people just dislike her, and then maybe rightly so. I don't know. But because she'll clip out shit and it'll make you look bad. I mean, hey, it's what happens. You know, it's a clip channel. What's up, Chad with Myers? But like the comments are just a little too Reddity. Like the comment section is like a little too Reddit. Every comment's just like, oh, I hate this guy, and like no one elaborates. They're just like, oh, anger. It's like it's like see who can come up with like the more, I guess, the most comedy hate comment, but none of them are funny. They're all like lame. Like I always scroll through. I'm excited to see the comments, like see a funny one, and none of them are funny. I'm like, they're all just like, oh, he's got big forehead. Oh, stupid. I'm like, damn, none of these are funny. Like the show. Here we go. Here's my clip of being on LOLCOW Live.
Coming in here and I'm hassling people. That's my job. I mean,
It's what we're doing. We're supposed to figure out if we can fight together.
Guys, just so you know, we have to get, there's like fucking 100 people trying to test to be a host. So we have to get through, right?
Can we bring in the biggest celebrity I invited? Because I want to keep him waiting too long. This is Camelot 331.
When he said the biggest celebrity he invited, I was like sitting there like texting on my phone, and he's like, it's Camelot 331. I was like, what the fuck? What? Biggest celebrity you know, bro. My channel's been dead for like 3 years.
One of my favorite YouTubers. His GameStop story is fucking funny, dude. Bring this guy in.
Camelot, what's up?
What's up, y'all?
Camera on, dude. Everybody needs to see that muscular, strapping NASCAR body.
At fucking Lake Speed in the chat, boys.
Now you all recognize this background, right? This is fucking Camelot, dude. This guy's gone viral about 1 million times on the platform.
Yeah, I don't know why you brought me on this shit show, but I'm here for some damn reason. Because I was like watching leading up to this moment, and I'm like, this is gonna be a shit show. Oh, it was funny. It was, hey, Gabriel, what's up, dude? He's trying. Gabriel's trying. He's trying to bring it home for the boys. Oh my god. All right, here we go. Let me pull that up real quick before I do that. Gabriel Knight! We're closing in. Naked Snake might survive. We can't let that naked snake streak die. Thank you, man. I love you. Appreciate you, Gabriel. Another OG. Dude, a bunch of OGs today. I appreciate you guys so much. My boy's coming in strong. Strong. I will say it's a rainbow night, though. Nice, boys. Thank you guys so much. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you, Gabriel. Thank you, Raceland. Thank you, Ibrin. Thank you, everybody. Holy Ozone. Here we
go. I want you to host this thing because I know you are a funny motherfucker. And you know how to make fun of fat people. Y'all, you gotta tell them about that fat fucking manager you had at GameStop?
No. What?
Do it.
That's not gonna get me on this show. I gotta talk about you being John as hell.
Bring it
That's
on.
all.
Bring it on.
Well, tell us
That's okay. That's the only thing you can do.
about your lack of top
All
10.
right. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, audition. You have 1 minute at least. Camelot, go.
Look, shit. Look at this. I went to the Southeast Game Exchange and I saw this some bitch from across the damn way. He knows too, because this is true as hell.
Yes,
And I was sitting at a table at a hot wing joint, and I just saw a video of this motherfucker, and he was supposed to be on a goddamn diet. He's like, I'm down 70. He walks over this dude that's supposed to be Mr. Rogers, and he is the most offensive, outgoing guy, and sits down with me because I have a bunch of girls with me, orders hot wings, and just starts smashing some damn hot wings. Obviously, they're mild because he's a bitch. And he got some mild ass hot wings, and he tells, okay, listen to this. This is fucked up, by the way. I had a Jewish friend with me, and she's Jewish as hell looking.
Yeah, sorry.
And he tells her immediately, you know how you pick up a Jewish woman? With a dustpan. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing, Boogie?
What the fuck? Holy shit.
I didn't say that.
I don't remember saying that.
Oh, I was expecting a
God.
big nose joke. A dustpan joke, Boogie?
I mean, that
Thank
joke
God.
is technically pretty funny. I just
It's-
did not. I don't think I
No.
told it.
Whoa,
No,
whoa, whoa.
it's
Time
awful.
out. You think the fucking Holocaust is funny?
No, I think
Oh, fuck. I've been waiting a long time to tell that story. Been waiting a long time to tell that Boogie story. And I was like, you know what? Because I was about to go on the show, and I was like, I don't even know what I'm going to say. I'm just going to go on there and like shoot the shit, I guess. And I was like, wait, I want to tell that one story about Boogie freaking telling that fucking joke. It's pretty funny. Dustpan joke, 8 out of 10. That's pretty good. Pretty good joke. Old Boogie. That's old Boogie for you. Oh, fuck. Oh, God, Jesus. All right, anyways, let's continue.
technically that joke is offensively funny, but I wouldn't tell that joke.
7 million people fucking died. That's funny?
Yeah. No.
Everybody knows.
No,
Jack Daniels
nobody's making fun of the Holocaust. What are you talking about?
God, this some bitch. And that's nothing compared to Wings. I
Oh,
was a fan of you, Wings. And you broke my heart. I joined
You were
your
a troll of mine. You weren't a fan of mine.
No, I
I
joined
remember
your
banning
chat.
you for trolling me on Twitter.
No, I joined your chat at one time, and I even donated $10. And I was like, "Why'd you get a V6 Mustang?" Because I was really actually concerned.
Yeah,
you got a fucking V6, and you fucking banned me immediately. I was trying to help your ass.
How are you going to help me? How are you going to help me with that?
Because it destroyed your masculinity. I can't believe anybody drive unless you're like a tiny woman, like.
Well, the reason I got the V6 Mustang is because my truck was fucking 20 years old, and I wanted something with air conditioning.
Oh, okay, that's why you did it. You didn't do it because you had a gaping vagina, which is fine. I like chilies, the Wendy's chili every once in a while.
Thank you, baby. We're gonna Camelot. You crushed it. You crushed it. We got a lot of people to get to. The entire chat is giving you W's. Great job, Camelot. Thank you.
Love you,
Appreciate you,
brother.
man.
Thank you for
Very,
roasting me.
very awesome performance. Like that guy's.
That was
yeah.
my ringer, baby, right there. That was.
There you go. There was my couple minutes on LOLCOW Live. Wiggles, Rainbow Night. Wiggles. Ooh. Bro, we're almost exactly 100 away. The red boy. I can feel it. I can feel it inside me. Can you feel it? Can you feel it, chat? Can you feel it inside you? 8 p.m. Eastern. Crabs. They're deadly. You catch them. Deadliest crabs. Sponsored by Keemstar. Would Keemstar sponsor that? I don't know. I don't think so. Thank you, Wiggles. I love you. I appreciate you. Race and slide. Let's see your best big Papa Pump impression. What the hell's Papa Pump, dude? What's Papa Pump? Throbbing. Hold on. What's Papa Pump? Let me Google it. Papa Pump. Papa Pump? Papa Pump. What the fuck? Papa Wrestler. It says wrestler. Oh, that's that guy. He had the chainmail on his head for some reason. Yeah, I remember that guy. Scott Steiner. It's fucking Scott Steiner. Why do I not know he's called Papa Pump? He's the race and slide. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you, dude. They're starting to bounce up. Super chats are starting to super chat up. Oh, I'm worn out, boys. 100, Gabriel, or like 97. I don't know. Making fun of them once a week would be heavenly. Yeah, it'd be fun, dude. I don't mind it. Yeah, I think it's fun. The Steiner math. Big Papa Pump. There'll be everlasting bubblegum one day. I don't pull punches. Yeah. Now, see, the issue is I might might get banned if I say some fucked up shit, man. Yeah, it's fun though. I appreciate Boogie pulling me on there, even though I've been dragging Boogie for like a month now. Now, to be fair though, it's been very fruitful in the view department. Thank you, Boogie. I appreciate you, Boogie. He was on the juice. Yeah, no shit. No shit. He was on the juice. Scott Steiner was on the juice. He's shitting me. Scott Steiner was on the good juice too. He was on the juice that killed your ass immediately. All those wrestlers from like the 90s and early 2000s, yeah, they were on that juice that killed you. The super juice. That's why they looked crazy. And they all died. Sadness, man, sadness. Even China, but that was a different thing. Gabriel Knight. Oh, my boy. Snake. What happened? Snake. Snake. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Gabriel Knight with a red boy. Let's put him on the car. He is on the car for Michigan. Gabriel Knight. Michigan, I think, is the 16th. We're going to be going 200 miles an hour, man. It's going to be fun. Gonna be fun. Thank you so much. I love you. Gabriel Knight. Everybody give him a shout out in the chat. I appreciate you, dude. Make sure you guys like the show. Don't forget, 50 likes away from 400. A lot of viewers tonight. We had like 700. I don't know why, but I appreciate you guys. Thank you, Gabriel. I appreciate that so much. And Mostradamus. Mostradamus is getting pumped for Deadliest Crabs. Not gonna lie. 8 p.m. Eastern. Oh my God. Yes, McSteller, I did. See 2 Action News. Channel 2 Action News. No one talked to me all night. Well, maybe you should have a profile picture. You got to make yourself stand out. Okay? Like Steph. Or Sonia. Or Art. You know? Every time I see Steph's freaking profile picture scroll by, I'm like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Mostradamus. I love you. Appreciate you. Mostradamus. Coming in strong. Yes. All right. Did you hear my question? Did I hear your question, Dawson? No. I did not hear your question, Dawson. Good. Did you hear that your friend Michael Marutz is going to be at Watkins Glen? Yeah. I already know. I already got it set up, boy. I already got it set up. We're good, dude. We're good. We are good. Jace, it is covered. Yeah, I'm very excited. Watkins Glen is going to be fun. A lot of people are coming to Bristol, and a lot of people are coming to Watkins Glen. By the way, before I forget, let me mention it again. I opened up some spots for smaller businesses and YouTube channels and Twitters and Instagrams, whatever have you, for small sponsors on my car. For my NASCAR race car that we race every single weekend, DM me on Facebook, Real Camelot 331, or X Twitter, which is in the chat right now, CAMELCAST Official. You can also email me directly on my website. There's a contact, I'm pretty sure. But whatever, you get what I'm saying. But DM me if you're interested. It helps me out a lot. Trying to make the rest of the year. It's kind of getting a little tight. And we're climbing in points fast, and it would really suck to get to the last 4 races and not be able to be top 10 points at the end of the year because I can't race them. You know what I'm saying? So thank you guys so much. I love you. Jace. Gasteria Portuguese cuando él meets Den Basque. All right. What's up, Adam? Adam? How you doing, dude? All right. We talked about every damn thing we could talk about today. We talked about MrBeast. I'll have a new video coming out soon. Probably tomorrow morning. And yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun, man. We're gonna have a lot of fun, a lot of stuff coming out. And then I don't have a race this weekend, so I get to relax. Woo! Yeah, I get to relax, but I will have a video tomorrow, and then the next day I'll be live, of course, and then I'll be live Saturday as well because I will not be at the racetrack. So Auburn Design says, sponsor Cody. It's worth it. Thank you. From one of my very, very, very loyal and supportive sponsors. I appreciate that. They're on the back of my car right now. They're on the back of like 3 of my cars, like 3 different ones. On 3 different cars because I've ran 3. John says there's 2 races next weekend. Oh, hell. Ooh, shit. Yeah, they're like 2 days apart, aren't they? Oh, Michigan, and then we go to Springfield? Yeah, Springfield. Oh, no. Oh, no. At least I can just, like, go to Springfield from Michigan. I don't have to, like, fly back home or anything. So, at least there's that. Make sure you guys like the show. We're coming up on the end of the show, Friday and Sunday. Whew. Racing on dirt. That's going to be funny. Andy told me it takes balls, and I think I'm pretty good at the ball thing. It's a lack of intelligence that makes me good at the ball thing, I think. I think the lack of intelligence makes me really pretty good at it. That's what I think, in my opinion. Yeah, I do. I have a lot of decals. It better be 16th, Cody. I'm pretty sure it is. It's a Friday, I guess. Alexander Chavez, imagine the smell. Imagine the smell. Imagine the smell. Big shout out to Gabriel Knott and Raceland Sly and Holy Ozone, one of my most OG people in this whole chat. 2 red boys today, 1 pink boy, 6 orange boys. Thank you guys so much for all your support. You guys are awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is art. It is a good strategy. I've been employing it my whole life. Chadwick Myers says, what happened with Maples? I think he was on the brake a lot, like me in the first run, and burned off a little. And then when he went into the corner, it like kind of half brake, and he might have overjudged the corner a little bit. Because that happened to me too in that race, except I was on the inside of somebody, and I got up into him, and then that was it, right? But I think he was just behind the 18, and the 18 might have been using a lot more brake, rolling through the middle and getting off first, where Michael may have been taking more speed into maybe the corner and using less brake and then getting on the throttle way later. Because I noticed when I was watching the actual race itself, people were coming off the corner in front of Michael and leaving him, which means he was getting on the throttle way later than everybody else. So I think he was probably take more speed in, less speed out, and the 18 was doing the opposite. The best thing you can do at that racetrack was be on the brakes, hard trail brake all the way through while you're rolling through the middle, and get on the gas almost immediately and come all the way out of the corner. CCPPP Tech. Much love, Coomer. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. Thank you. Gabriel Knott. Love you, Gabriel Knott. Appreciate you. Let's pull that up, actually. That's now that I think about it, let's pull it up. We're not going to pull up the actual broadcast because the broadcast is the weird thing about the broadcast to me is there's like an 80 lap run at one point, and they like talk. They could have now look. You don't have to go through all 20 of the cars or 25 or 30, but go through you can go through 15 cars within like 6 minutes, and that's like 20 laps. But they sometimes get really locked up with like one car for like 20 minutes. Like when the 18 got spun and was that next restart, they did not leave the 18 for like 30 minutes straight. It was on the 18 car for 30 minutes straight. So, but I get it. I get it, man. You know, it happens. But this was, where is it? What the hell? Okay, here it is. All right, so this is the race, right? We'll just go ahead and show you the race. We'll just go ahead and show y'all the race. The announcer said I had 30,000 views on YouTube. He's off by several zeros, but it's all fun. I was like, what? What do you mean 30,000? 30,000? Bro, I had 30,000 on like a stream two weeks ago. One stream. All right. All right, here he goes. All right, so you can see me right here. I'm in the blue car right here. This is a very small track, but it was a really nice track. I really enjoyed this track. You could basically, you had to be outrageously aggressive to be fast. Like, you could never turn it off. You have to be on all the time. So you have to be on the brake, as freaking on the brake, roll the middle of the corner, on the throttle. Like, you cannot be cutesy with it. What's up, Saul? I don't know, actually. At the last caution was it was raining so hard. And I was like, we might die. We might die. Might die. Right. Here we go, boys. Green flag. I'm right here, smack dab in the middle of this whole mess, by the way. Right there. Hooting and hollering. Broom. We're going hard, boys. Fast ass little track, man. Fast ass little track. Do the 18 leaving everyone on the straights? To be completely fair, I think they got one of the best drivers in the field, obviously, and they have one of the best cars. It's like a good combo, you know. Old Balkan has spun right here. I was really worried she's going to come up into me, but luckily it did not. All right. Swallow just dominating every race. It's insane. Yeah, the only ones he doesn't is when Zillage is in the field. And then Zillage is like, hey, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Oh, he's wild, dude. He's wild. Hey, look at this. We got a super chat after the fact. Ray Harlow. Ray Harlow. Cody, my boy, just popping in to say, yo, hope you're doing well. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that, Ray, for your super chat. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Ray Harlock. Thank you, buddy. Oops. This is one of the racetracks I cannot wait to go back to. This one, I think this one, Nashville probably was really fun. And of course, you know, Charlotte and Talladega and shit. And Michigan, I'm very excited for Michigan. got kind of stuck on the outside of Alex Club right here for a moment. You can see how fast I catch these guys, by the way. I was very happy with this car. It was just such a gaggle. There was just so much side by side racing. Man. So a lot of people don't understand the speed differential. So when you were watching the broadcast, you'll only see like the cars they don't really talk about much getting lapped because the 18 is so fast, and there's like 2 other cars that are really fast. So those cars will lap like a few of us back here, and that's all you ever see. So you're like, damn, you just assume that we're like trash balls, but we're actually, if you're actually watching from the stands, we are the same speed as about all these guys right here. It's just about strategy and about surviving and about keeping that pace up. And some tracks are easier than others. For example, I would have been 2 laps down at the end of this race, and this is a tiny track. 2 laps down at this racetrack, that's a huge feat. From the 18, that's a big deal. 2 laps only at this tiny ass place. The kicker is I spun and went into pit road and lost like 4 laps. Oops. But we didn't lose but 1 spot, so it was all good. It was the first time, right? First time that I had an issue. Wiggle says, "Why is your car so slow?" It's not that my car is slow. It's all there's these from these cars back where my cursor is all the way back are all within like half a second of speed. It's these, there's 3 cars up here, 2 or 3 cars up here that are like half a second to almost 0.8 of a second faster than the whole field. So they're lapping everybody. And it looks like everybody else is just slow. But you got to understand that this is a cup team. This is subsidized by a cup team. These are all subsidized by cup teams, right? So this is literally Joe Gibbs Racing. Like, this is literally Joe Gibbs Racing versus, us back here. And I'm not like shitting on our team at all. Our team's got a great operation, and they work with you, and they really, really want to see you do. They want to see you succeed. It's just these guys are bringing in millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. We're not, right? We're out there. We're there to put on a show. We're out there to get better, and we're out there to, have fun, right? So, and to perform, and we've been performing a lot better, So, I mean, we finished 7th at Salem, dude. 7th. Can you guess what the 22 car, which is a $2 million ride? The 22 car this year in ARCA is a $2 million ride. The best finish of that car this year is 7th place. My best finish was last week at Salem, 7th place. That's the difference. Wiggle says, "May I ask what makes these cars faster?" This car right here has dozens of insane, highly paid, extremely talented engineers working on it day in, day night. They usually will probably have a fresh engine, which is paramount, and they'll have fresh everything. Every single race, they'll have a fresh everything on the cars, fresh. Where on our cars, we'll run the engines for like 5 to 8 to 10 races, right? And by the time you get to that 10th race, you're down 30 horsepower because these engines are so high strung, right? But we're keeping up. We're right here, man. They don't ever really pull away. you can kind of see the field of cars that are kind of like in this field. It's like right here. You see these guys on the inside? These are the guys that are getting lapped already. And then this is the snake. You can see the snake of the field that are all within like that half a second. They're all right there. These are all the cars that are always racing week in and week out. These right here. What's up, Justin? How you doing, buddy? At any rate, let's skip forward to see the lightning. There's some lightning happening at one point. This is when it was raining, like really bad, and I was like, "We're gonna die, aren't we?" Is this it? Yeah. Yeah. It was. I was on the. Me and Amber Balkan were battling for position, and it was pretty wild. She was all over me, man. She was knocking the shit out of me. It was fun, dude. I was real hard on the brakes for this shit. Woo! Can't beat that. Here I am, trying to pass Amber on the outside for position. She got into me right here. Watch. She's going to knock the shit out of me. I think it's right here she gets real good into the guts. Yep, she touched me right there. And then I just started staying on the outside. If I dropped down below, she'd roll the corner and hit me. As soon as I would drop down, she would roll the corner and knock the hell out of me. Here she comes. Here she comes. Boom! She got my ass. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to run the top line. We're going to run the top line only, boys. Top line for days. You see how late on the brakes I was? I'm like, ooh, throwing that sumbitch in there. And we start leaving her. It's wild. Hey, we left him by a good bit there. Woo! Spicy. Chris Wright should have dove in there and knocked the hell out of the six. Probably would have won that race. Wow. Amber did not get me, and she like gave me one last final slap on the ass as we went across the line there because I like let off the throttle. She's like, boop, got me. I'm like, all right. It was fun, dude. It's a lot of fun, man. We moved up to 9th in points. Pronto, camelas. Sabinada. What the hell? Binada. Thank you, Fire PA. I appreciate you. 30 locks until 400. Yeah, we got a 3-wide finish there. That was cool. That was cool as hell. A lot of fun, dude. We had a really fast car. I wish we'd have had a little bit of a better result. We had a good result, but I wish we had a little bit better. But I really enjoyed it. I really, really did. Oh, by the way, a big shout out to Jenny. Jenny just keeps PayPaling me, direct PayPaling me. I love you, Jenny. I appreciate you. Look at how good you are. I love how it's always really random. It's just a random number, it seems like. Now, it's probably not random, but it seems kind of random sometimes. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I really, really do. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, by the way, yeah. So, are the top drivers likely to get promoted to Xfinity Series? Oh, yeah, for sure. I'll race some Xfinity as well. I won't be in any crazy ride, but I'll be racing some. Auburn said, I realize Tri-City is only 6 hours away from us. I'm gonna have to talk to the CFO. Well, Tri-City, is that this weekend? What am I thinking of? Tri-City. Wait, what are we thinking of? Which race are you talking about, Auburn? I don't know which one. Because I know there's a Tri-City race, but it's a West Series race. Let me look. Are you talking about? Well, hold on. I don't know. Just message me about it. If you plan on going to a race and seeing me, I'd definitely consider getting that bumper spot. So, if you plan on going to something, get that eyebrow across the ass. And since you've been so supportive, we'll make it a good deal. So, thank you guys, by the way. Didn't you say no races this weekend, Melissa? Yes, no races this weekend. Thank God. I just want to relax. But next weekend, we got 2 races. Ooh, I found out just now. No, I didn't find out. I just haven't thought about it. I was just thinking about Michigan and then realized, oopsies, I'm 3 claws in. Oh, I wish that was me. Yeah. Oh, let me check something. I'll do that offline. Trying to see if my sponsor money came in. I've been waiting so patiently for that shit. So patiently. All right, boys. It's time for Neck and Snake for the 334th show in a row. I appreciate you guys so much. You are so good to me. You are so good to me. Let me. Where is it? Where is it? All right, here we go. They can the 18 cars moving up for view races as soon as you. Oh yeah, he is. All right, here we go. Naked Snake time. Get your blue boys ready. It's time for Naked Snake, boys. 334 in a row. Let's go. It's time. 20 locks. 20 locks away, boys. Get on it, doggone it. Yes. Uh-oh, here they come. Alan Jones. Amazing. Amazing. Thank you guys so much. We got one gold boy from a gold ass knight. We destroyed everything else. The orange knight got destroyed. The red, the rainbow. Taste the rainbow. Eat the rainbow. 15 likes away from the like goal. We did everything. I appreciate you so much. Thanks so much for Tim Cash and Tim Full for supporting me through my racing journey. I really appreciate those guys. Also for shouting me out on their channel today. I really, really appreciate that. They're goated as hell. Check out my new website. Check out my direct PayPal. Check out everything you can. Consider bringing your company or channel on board my NASCAR race car every single weekend. DM me on Twitter or Facebook. A lot of fun to be had. And keep your eyes peeled for some LOLCOW news. I love you. Thank you. Auburn Designs. We love you. We thank you. Angel of God. Mick Stiller. Billy Hatcher. Lesser Logic was a buddy. Nice to meet you at the race then. Janae, we love you. Promise. And Jones. Thank you guys. Rage L. B. We're gonna raid Moxie Dame. Where'd she go? Man, I swear I get random recommendations every freaking stream. All right, here we go. We're gonna raid Moxie Dame. Give her some, unless she's getting off. Okay, she's not. Okay, cool. All right, we're gonna raid her. Give her some love. I'll see you guys on the next one Wednesday. Don't forget, get the hell on it, doggone it. I love you. Hey, hold on, Michael. Nary. Would this make a gold night? Keep up the great work, buddy. It does, and I appreciate you. Thank you so much, my boy. Coming in strong. Give him some love. Thank you, my friend. I love you, dude. I will see you guys next time. 8 likes away. Spam it. We're gonna raid Moxie. Get on it, doggone it. I'll see you guys. Appreciate you. Hell yeah. Hell. Thank you, Mike.